Lorcana Goons. Lorcana Goons. How are we doing today, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. We're out here. We should be live already. We're out here on Twitch, on YouTube. I hope everybody is doing well. We're going to go over some new cards and more. We could even play some games in between after we've gone through all the cards that we're going to go through. We could even play some games. Maybe on Pixelborn? Maybe on Discord if there's any community members, who want to get some games in chat. That's how I like to look at it. How's everybody doing today though? Everybody chilling? Everybody having a good time? With card reveal season up and up. Three Bears, hey Kevin, Sammy, and Stacy here. Hey, how you guys doing? Thanks for being around during our lunch break. Yes. Ever since you guys said that, and my cousin told me, I have been trying to dedicate myself to being here at around 11 to 12 o'clock. And plus, it's good for the consistency, right? So thank you for the inspiration always and the support. Just to know everything I do for the Lorcana Goon squad, especially you guys included. I hope Sammy's doing good in school too. Sammy, if you're watching, keep them grades up. I know you're doing good though. And I hope you guys are doing good playing Lorcana, and I hope you guys are excited for the new format and all the new cards that are coming out. So let's just go ahead and start with Pua. I was really excited for this one on a personal level because I like Moana. I'm personally into Moana as an IP. Moana 2 was okay. I needed to say that. But yeah, Pua, Protective Pig. It's a purple, yellow, and amber amethyst 3-cost thinkable character, 2 strength, 2 willpower with bodyguard, and he has an ability when this character is banished, you may draw a card. That's actually really good. Wow. Okay, cool. Oh wow, this is actually really cool because sometimes you would play Simba on curve, like turn 2 Simba, protective cub, and now you can play Pua as a follow up bodyguard. He does have a very weak body though. So like he's just asking. He's asking to just get run over by anything. But a 2/2 bodyguard that replaces itself, kind of like a Diablo effect. I think that's pretty good. I like it. Yellow purple only though. So I mean, for any yellow purple mid range players out there, let me know what you guys think of the deck overall. I'm liking it. I think there's some big utility there. Because you could play this in a hyper aggro deck and it's really good. I think you can play this in like a mid range deck and it's pretty good. A control deck though, don't know how I feel about that one. Don't know how I feel about that one. What about the Maui? Green Steel Maui, anybody? I think Green Steel is probably one of the cooler dual inks that we're getting overall. This might be one of the better color combos for dual inks that I've been seeing so far at least. Shout out Stubborn Trickster. Sorry, shout out the exclusive preview from TCG Player, I think is who it is that reviewed it. It's a Maui Stubborn Trickster. It's gonna be a 3-cost inkable. What's up, dude? What's your opinion about the majority of the cards? It almost seems like there is no power creep. Almost looks like they try to set a new, less powerful basis with rotation. It's funny you say that because I've been seeing people complain about the power creep of the Cherna Dogs, the Lady and the Tramp cards. A lot of people already have their opinions on Lady and Tramp, specifically the 3-cost Amber Lady and the dual ink Tramp that lets you draw a card on the opponent's turn for every card that's banished. Overall, my opinion is that we are seeing some power creep. For example, this Maui I think is really good. It's a 6-cost 4/4, which is kind of asking for a lot, in Emerald Steel because there's no shift ability. But it's a 3-quester, and it has interesting abilities here. An option to choose between grab your swords, banish all items like Find My Platinum, or something we've never seen before, banish all opposing locations. So I think everything's up in the air right now because of the rotation situation. Because like we realistically don't know what the meta is gonna look like, what it's not gonna look like, post rotation, etc., etc. So there's a world where some of the cards that are left in rotation aren't as good as this card, for example, and this becomes such a very powerful card. All in all, though, like I think the cards coming out right now, in this set, Reign of Jafar, you're right, they're not as good as some of the cards we have in the current meta pool, and it does feel like okay, post rotation though. how good is this really gonna be? So it's gonna be kind of based off of set 9, I think. But maybe that's why they introduced them together at the same time. Zach Stone, let's discuss together, noob. Kind of mean Zach Stone. But I'm definitely down. Definitely down, Zach Stone. Let me go ahead and get you up here. Get you on Discord real quick. Are you in the recording channel? You're not even in the recording channel, Zach Stone. Not even in the recording channel yet. And yet you want to be a part of the live stream? Come on, Zach Stone. Get your head in the game, bro. What is this one? This one's gonna have to be. Nope, that's wrong. Wait, just give me a second to make a new window for you, Zach.
Armed and dangerous.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I'm gonna get hit with copyright now. I'm just kidding. That's Zach Stone's in the call, guys. Zach Stone in the chat. Zach, if you want to put your camera on, I can put you on screen. Just
Yeah, my
give me
camera's gonna come on right now. Give me
okay.
a second.
Just give
What's
me
up, everyone? What's up? What's up? We got a beginning of the stream going on. Let me mute it on here too, so I don't hear myself talk.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to just add you to the. Trying to add you to my Discord. Oh, there's your camera. Now it's working. Now it's working. All right, now let me make you a little window, real quick. But yeah, Zach, what do you feel about this Maui?
Oh, so my first thoughts, and again, I just want to say hello to everybody in the chat. How's it going? How's it going? So my first thoughts on this Maui is that it didn't say deal 2 damage. It said place 2 damage counters. So I like that we're getting some. Yeah. That will go through resist for all those that don't know. You resist damage that's dealt, but damage counters being placed or moved doesn't really resist doesn't nullify that. So just keep in mind that doesn't say you're dealing damage or placing damage counters. So it does get through resist, which I like, and on top of that, it gives you a little bit of versatility. More often than not, there's not many decks that are playing like locations or items, so you always get some sort of benefit when this card's banished. Unlike Billy Bones, for example, what we saw in Azure 8C. Yeah. So I just want to kind of that was my first thought, was that this has a
I didn't even
interesting text on it. Yes.
I didn't even realize that it had to put 2 damage counters on it. Like, I just kind of read over that and was like, oh, this is grab your swords, right? This is very different than Bagheera now, actually. This gets around resist. And then I was talking about the other day, I was talking about yesterday about how I wish Emerald would kind of play a little bit more on this add damage counters thing like they did with Mosquito Bite. I think Mosquito Bite feels like the only card that does that in the Emerald card pool, and like we constantly see cards that say deal damage to damaged character, exert damaged character, shift on a damaged character or something. So it's so silly to not have this put damage counters thing on more characters, but that's really cool. Maybe that's happening. A Pandaric Quest kills Calhoun. It does kill Calhoun. Pandaric. Hey, how's it going? Thank you for being here. Emerald having a good 3 quest card is huge. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's huge. Especially if like something like Cricky gets rotated out. What if this is like a card you play over Cricky in like a type of Emerald Steel aggro deck? But again, like
it's just Emerald Steel. To specify Pandaric. Just Emerald Steel gets a good 3 card quester. So
yes.
So yeah, there's not too many.
But Cricky came out in Floodborne, right? Like, or Cricky came out in set 3?
No, that's Ursula's Return. That's a set 4.
Or even it's getting rotated out. Yeah, it could get rotated out.
Potentially be rotated
out. Potentially rotated out. And that's the thing too, is that like a lot of these cards in a tunnel, like what do they call it? Like a vacuum, they don't sound too good, right? Because we have the current context of the current meta. But like we don't know what rotation is gonna look like, so we don't know what the cards are really gonna be doing post rotation. I think it's a good card though.
Good, Javier. What's good? Yeah, this card. I mean, the Maui Emerald Steel card. I like it, and we got more reveals of the super rare dual linked category. So I like
this one.
I don't know what you've already gone over, Kevin.
I've only gone over one. I've only gone over the Pura dual ink, which I think was pretty good. The Maui. Hey Javier, shout out. What's up? Show this one to Steven. You gotta show this one to Steven, Javier. It might go into his yellow purple aggro deck. It's a 3 cost bodyguard 2/2 that when it's banished you draw a card, just like Diablo or Cusco. It's a 3 cost though. Actually, Zach, before we move on to one of my favorite cards that was revealed so far, let's talk about Pua. What do you think about Pua in a yellow purple deck?
It's a bodyguard, right? 3 cost.
Yes.
2/2.
Yes. Oh, let me share my screen. Sorry, let me share my screen. I totally forgot to do that.
Yeah. I was gonna say I've read some of these cards, so like don't get me wrong. I was about to like look them up on my own, but if you do share your screen here, it will give me the easiest ability for me to respond and react. But oh, okay, yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We're going in phases. I think rarity preference is where we're gonna be at. But yeah, so 3 cost 2/2 bodyguard. I'm not a fan of the stats, and for it only to just have an ability that when it's banished you draw a card, like characters like Cusco Wanted Llama, Diablo Obedient Raven do the same thing, and I don't think that the 2/2 bodyguard's really gonna matter. If I'm being honest, guys, this will not see any competitive play. Maybe you can make me eat my words, guys, and shove it in some
Really
amber amethyst aggro deck. I don't think this will ever see competitive play at all. I have just a hot take,
interesting.
but I don't even think it's too hot. I don't think it's too hot. I think that's kind of what more people will agree with.
I think it's pretty good. It is kind of a high cost though. The 3 cost makes it kind of high. I think it's pretty good. My take was that it's playable. My take
I
was that
didn't
it's
see that
definitely more
for
than playable.
Dita. I didn't see
Um,
that for Dita.
No, yeah,
I didn't see
well,
that
yeah.
one yet.
There's I have a decent amount of things to go over listed up, Zach. So, and then there's more happening. We can even play a game in between, while we let more cards get revealed if you have time today. But
Mhm.
yeah, let's talk about the Hades Ruthless Tyrant, guys. Oh my goodness. Pandora Quest says excited for y'all to talk about this new Ratigan. Oh yeah, we'll get to the Ratigan. We'll get to the Ratigan. We'll get to the Ratigan, my goons. We're saving some sauce. Um. Hades, Ruthless. We gotta keep you guys here. You gotta give you guys a reason to stay. So it's a 7 cost inkable card for Ruby Amethyst. As you guys know, I am a Ruby Amethyst enjoyer. Ruby Amethyst is my favorite deck, favorite color combination, and if anything, 3 strength, 6 willpower. Quest for 2. When you play this character, and whenever he quests, you may deal 2 damage to another chosen character of yours to draw 2 cards. Zach Stone, this card is so good. This card is so good in a world where they rotate out Rabbit. I am not even worried. I'll just play for Hades. It's a 7 cost card, which is pretty high. It's a pretty high cost card. But in Ruby Amethyst, you can mid range your way up there to some of those high cost characters. The same way you get yourself to B Prep or Scar. This is gonna kind of replenish your hand though, and then you imagine comboing this off with like a Diablo, a Cusco, something like Prince Eric, which I am very partial to.
Yeah, so it's an interesting ability. I don't see this card having a drawback whatsoever because you have bounce characters that can just return these characters do damage to your hand. Again, Kevin did mention about the death rattle abilities, essentially these characters that trigger when they're banished. So the Cusco that we brought up, the Diablo we brought up, the Prince Eric that he brought up, and there's going to be some more that I'm not thinking off the top of my head. There's even some that when they're banished, they just return to your hand. I don't know if that maybe is just only in a challenge, but I know that there's some characters that do say that, and it is going to be limited to just a ruby amethyst color pair. So if there's anything that you guys can think of, I know that there's that Queen of Hearts that gain strength when you damage it, so we have some like increased strength buffs if you get some playability there. And don't get me wrong, it's this card's gonna see play. I just don't know if it's gonna be like more than like 1 to 2 copies of, because it's a late game uninkable, and I think that deck has a problem with playing a little bit too many of those.
Yeah, I mean, being an inkable, again, rotation, like in the current meta. In the current meta, I have zero reasons to play this over something like Rabbit Bounce, But if they,
All
if
my
they,
just want to preface, all my
yep,
thoughts will only be about current, rotation, not thinking into the future yet.
pre-rotation, information of what we
Basically,
know, how we
yeah,
know.
just with the eight sets that we have. Yep, that's where my thoughts are coming from. So anything past that, I'm just gonna wait till we know what's going to be rotated in for me to kind of think that.
Yeah, Cliff Z says this art is sick. Yeah, the art is really cool, actually. I wonder what he's doing. Like if I had a guess. Oh, he has flavor text. Don't forget, I'm the guy with the leverage here. I like that. He's probably like one of Jafar's like right hand men, and he's probably gonna double cross him.
Probably the real big bad of Lorcana.
Oh, I
We're
think
just
so too.
getting,
None of these,
we're getting his henchmen. Like this is
yeah,
like the Elite Four, and then this is Giovanni
yeah,
himself.
yep, yep. Zach, I hate to put you on blast on the live though, but can you put your microphone a little bit closer in the camera so that we can get that crispy audio that I like to hear? It's better, bro. I'm telling you, it sounds way better. Watch the chat's gonna go wild right now once they hear your
No, no,
opinion
no.
on
I'm
Purito.
not gonna. I'm not saying anything because I can't argue this. Like I definitely will know that that's gonna be the better play. But no, you just completely got me to move off topic from that because you got the Perdita on my screen. So I'm looking at this for the first time because I've not seen this one yet. Shift
Perdita.
Floodborn, so you get the 2 cost reduction when you shift on top. And when you play this character, you may put all puppy character cards from your discard into your inkwell face down and exerted. Whoa! I like that effect because I've been telling people since last set that puppies cannot get slept on, guys. I promise you, puppies cannot get slept on.
They're
You can
making
listen, you can sleep with your puppies. Don't sleep on the puppies. I promise you that.
they're making a lot of puppy support. They're making a lot of puppy support.
Mhm.
Like every set, it's like since set. When did the original puppies come out? Set 2, set 3. They've just been releasing
3.
like random ad puppy cards. They've been releasing with the throughout the sets, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna reprint the Dalmatians in Fabled
They are.
because you can see
Not to
Corella.
spoil it, but they did. They did in this set. Not even in Fabled.
Oh, in this set, really? Oh,
We got a leak earlier today, so our puppies are
really?
back. The
Oh,
tail
okay,
waggers.
interesting. So more.
Mhm.
So you can just have different artworks now. Oh, so there's gonna be a world where you can play like I'm playing 16 puppies and they're all 16 different art. Okay, so but so opinion on this card real quick. I think the ability it's kind of like what's the card, the enchanted card? All is found, right?
Right.
Yeah, all is found. The sapphire card that grabs cards from your discard to put them in your inkwell. It's kind of like that, but even better because you grab all your puppy cards. Is there a strategy? Like, is there any cycle strategy? Oh, you know what? There's some interesting like dumping strategies with Amber. You can play
The Dale, right?
the Dale that mills.
Mhm.
Yeah, play Dale that mills. It's probably gonna be kind of hard to do on the shift, like on shift curve. But maybe you don't even need to do this on turn 4. Maybe you can do this on like turn 5, turn 6, or something. Dale is a 3 cost. No, Dale's a 4 cost. Dale's a 4 cost.
Dale's 4, but
Mm.
Perdita doesn't say when you shift on this character, when you play her. So
Yeah,
you
that's why.
can
Yeah.
just play her for 6 and get the ability, which is again fairly statted card outside of the effect too. 4/6, it's a 6 cost card, so it seems a little weaker in comparison. But with the 2 lore value and the ability to just aggressively ramp yourself if you have a nice chunk of puppy cards in discard. Do you have to put all of them? Like you either get 0 or all of them. You don't get to pick like a certain amount, right?
I'm pretty sure it's all of them. Like I'm pretty sure you got to just put
Okay.
all of them in there.
But don't forget about the Pongo, the one that can play a puppy from your inkwell
Yes.
if you have one. So again, if you're I don't know if this is I don't know if how legal this may or may not be. I think in the rules it doesn't say anything yet, but they call it ink stacking, where you essentially are like marking your ink in a way to know which cards are which.
Hmm.
I don't know if they're going to have to change that since they're introducing more mechanics that allow you to interact with your inkwell. We do know that you cannot look at the inkwell when their cards are being placed face down. They're essentially just down there permanently. But there's a few cards that allow you to get cards back from your inkwell. But this Perditas I think is going to be a very, very good card for the support of the puppies. Even if it's not there yet, they're getting the tools needed and they're starting to see a lot of a lot of interesting play patterns, I think, because it's more of like a slow roll deck in the beginning. From what I'm understanding, you slow your roll, you try to just survive, and then eventually you can just start like throwing free bodies and gaining a bunch of advantage. And I think Ruby's gonna be the only color you're afraid of because of Be Prepared, right?
Yeah, 4/6 body is like really good. 4/6 body is like really really powerful. Have you seen the Madame Medusa Rhino? Yes, we're gonna get to that one. We're gonna get to that one for sure. Let's see. I'm tired of Sapphire ramping cards. Yeah, Javier, that's the Sapphire strat, bro. That is not leaving
That's
anytime
what
soon.
Sapphire wants to do.
That-
I get it. I get it.
That's the
But
Sapphire
if
shtick.
they
Look-
balance some of the cards, like like How Far I'll Go doesn't come back into rotation. I think it's a very powerful ramp card. So if they lose some of their ramp strategies, they'll still have Sail and still have Tipo, but without cards like How Far I'll Go and Fishbone, they can't do it that aggressively. And I'm liking that they're giving like the puppies the ability to ramp. So you're forced to play a certain archetype. You're not just getting the bonus like ramp that Sapphire just has in their card pool. So it
Yeah.
is limiting, and I do like that.
Thunderbolt is going to be great next set, says it's Kelnir. Yeah, pick up your they're uncommons, right? Pick up your foil Thunderbolts right now while they're still really cheap, maybe. Looking forward to all the ways things get shaken up for this meta and the next meta. Yeah, right. It feels like the conversations need to be had together for the metas for when we're talking about like these cards. Like we need to talk about set 9 and what the possibility is for that too while we're looking at these cards in mind. Speaking of mind, Bruno Madrigal, single-minded, 4-cost inkable, 3 strength, 4 willpower. When you play this character, chosen opposing character can't ready at the start of your turn. Freeze abilities. are pretty cool. It's again not like the best card in the game. This is probably really good in like sealed or something. You know, when you're playing like card like what is it, those formats where they give you packs or troves and you have to like, or starter decks, you have to play with those. This card's probably really good, I think. But outside of that, I don't really see myself playing this. I like the idea of like freezing an opposing character, either exerting something or making it that it can't ready itself at the start of the turn. I think that's always really good. We got some flavor text in this one too, Zach. I'm not in the vision business right now. I'm in the stopping you business. Ooh, he's cooking, bro. Bruno's cooking.
He's in Jafar's little thing. Like, look at the background,
He
right?
is.
He's facing the big bad himself. I do want to make a little small callback, Kevin. That is a 4-cost thinkable character with 3 strength and 4 willpower.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Is
The
that the
best
theme that they're
stats.
doing for every color? You're gonna throw a common character with that like, stat line with just different abilities, right? But I had to call that back to those that kind of saw our card reveal. We got to reveal the Jacques, which is a 4-cost thinkable, 3 strength, 4 willpower character. So
Yeah.
it's interesting to see that kind of be a theme in Lorcana. They've been that with other cards too. We saw the coils kind of go through that, the spheres go through that. So this might be the trend, even though they're not like adding its own little niche to it. It is standing out, and I kind of like that. It's going to be your base stat line for a 4-cost character
Yeah.
if it's going to have like an on play ability.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Don't worry, I got my place at the Thunderbolt for 10 cents each. Pretty 10 pennies. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Great art. That's about it though for the Bruno. For the Bruno Madrigal, Panderic. That's how you feeling? What about this?
I haven't seen this one.
Zipper, uncommon zipper, a flying ranger, a 3-cost inkable, 2 strength, 4 willpower. He has 2 abilities, so that's already giving me good vibes. It's already good for me. 2 abilities. If you have a character named Monterey Jack in play, you pay 1 ink less to play this character. So a 2-cost character at 2/4. If you have Monterey Jack. The only Monterey Jack I can think of is like the big body one from Amber, right? But is there another one? Curious. We gotta look that up.
Not
Then
that I can remember.
during your turn, this character gains evasive. Okay, you know what? I gotta bring up Monterey Jack now, real quick, and see what other Monterey Jacks, if there's any that we have.
You know, just a small little point. I'm looking at the artwork because the effects like doesn't stand out too much right now, right? And you know, it's got the Little John from Set 3 vibes where it's evasive during your turn, but that character is a bodyguard character, which may or may not be like relevant. But this doesn't have that other ability. It's only special abilities to be played for 1 ink less. If there's a 1-cost Monterey Jack, then there is some lines I can consider for sure. However, if that's the only one that we have right now, it's not gonna be the most playable card. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not thinking that that's gonna make sense if that's the only available Monterey Jack. However, they could print a Monterey Jack Goons for all we know, right? A 2/2 body for 1-cost inkable, and that could be the what is needed for that card to kind of stand out. Again, you're playing something that costs 3 on turn 2, so you can sing your 3-cost songs
Yeah.
on turn 3, and it's very nice to regain tempo. It is in steel, and if we see your you have Let the Storm Rage on, and you have Strength still going on in this current rotation. So it has some variance there, but without a 1-cost Monterey Jack, like I'm not sold on this card at all. So we'll have to see what cards start to get more released soon for this one to work.
I'd like to think they give us another Monterey Jack. Draft sealed a monster right there. Is that how does that work in draft sealed actually? If you does every character become Monterey Jack in that instance?
No,
In draft sealed or no?
He basically just implying that like if you were just looking at this card for its stats, like imagine the best mate's ability wasn't actually there. That's kind of what they're implying. Like,
Oh, okay,
and they're
okay.
just basically mentioning that it's an evasive character during your turn, so it can out evasive threats. Which, if you've played sealed or draft, Kevin, evasive is like golden because it's hard to answer. And there's not too much. Like you have to learn the card pool, and some sets don't have a lot of removal. And I would assume that that's going to be something that can at least deal with the evasive characters. Maybe with like the weaker strength, it may not deal with it right away, but you could buff strength. You never know. There's a lot of cards that we've seen, and you're not limited to colors in draft and limited in sealed. By the way, you play with all the cards you got in your little draft lot, so you can play other colors. You're not limited to 2 color combos there. We got a Perdita on the screen right now. The 2-cost inkable, 1 strength 4 willpower. Perdita. She says,
Perdita.
keeping watch. While you have a puppy character in play, this character will gain an extra additional willpower. With 1 lore strength stats, I mean, don't get me wrong, they printed some like vanillas with this effect or with the stat lines, and this has an ability, right? So it's starting to show face there. And then flavor text reads, "Where did the forest go? Stay close, my darlings. Something's amiss here." It sounds like Reign of Jafar has completely changed the terrain. The puppies are playing in sand, and Perdita ain't about it. You know, she likes to have some grass to run around on. You know, she likes some trees to scratch. You know, and she's noticing that. But Kevin, what are your first thoughts on this card?
Yeah, I know dogs like grass. That's for sure fact. My dog loves grass. So I can imagine.
And dirt.
Yeah. Why help puppy character? Character gains +1 willpower, a 2/1/5 vanilla essentially. Nothing too major. Nothing too major. But we did see the Perdita shift. Perdita shift. Right. So that's pretty nice. You're able to have this as one of your bodies, like to shift on, and it'll survive a Zeus. It'll survive a Zeus, which is, I guess, not too. I'm thinking of the bright sides. I'm like Forrest trying to think of the bright sides.
It doesn't survive.
Oh no,
Zeus
it doesn't.
at all.
I'm silly.
So,
Zeus is 5 damage. Zeus is 5 damage.
No. But you're fine. You're fine if they Zeus that. It's I think I'd be okay.
No, it does.
If
Yeah,
I got my
it does not survive Zeus. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's anything too major. I think if you're playing a puppy deck on a competitive level, this is not the card you're using. And there's also the item canine treats or something that already just gives your puppies +1 willpower, unless you're trying to make her a 1/6, and then for sure then she'll survive Zeus.
She's not a puppy. She's a hero.
Oh, hero. Oh, this is. There you go. This doesn't even work.
She's a grown dog.
Yeah,
not a puppy.
You're right.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
right.
Do I have
You're
to
right.
teach you
You're right.
terminology for animals, bro.
You're right, bro.
But fun fact: the Perdita from Into the Inklands, the legendary Amber, can bring back this Perdita. So it's Perdita on Perdita's Inception, if what I like to call it.
Perception. Perception.
Perception. That's a good one.
Okay. Moving on to a card that's actually worth talking about, I think, on a competitive level. King Candy, Sugar Rush Nightmare. Pretty cool. Sugar Rush Nightmare. I'll make the chat bigger on this one so you guys can actually see it on the screen. King Candy, Sugar Rush Nightmare over here. He is a 3-cost inkable character, 3 strength, 2 willpower. When this character is banished, you may return another racer character card from your discard to your hand. Discard to your hand. Obviously, it depends how good racer characters are. I want to say, like, in the early game that you play this on turn 3, turn 4, you probably have some racers already in the discard pile, depending on what you're doing with them. What are the best racers in the game, you think? What are
the best racer, 110%, is the 4-cost uninkable King Candy from the previous set, Arcasia's Island. And that says whenever a racer character you control is banished, you banish a chosen opposing character. And so this allows you to have a lot of like recursion in the racer deck. So yeah, it's that one you're looking at right there, that 4-cost one. So that King Candy, I've always kind of mentioned to people that this is actually a very good card if they ever print a lot of racer support. Yeah, read this. Whenever one of your racers are banished, each opponent choose. So it actually gets around ward now because it's making your opponent choose. So again, this is a very nice card in my honest opinion. But the one that we're talking about, it's inkable, 3 costs. So you're able just to have a lot more synergy, but don't forget about the excuse me, more racer support that we're getting in terms of like the evasive Vanellope. We also have the 4-cost uninkable Vanellope that gains rush when you play her, and she's also evasive. And so you have a lot of cards that are a lot of racers in the card pool that can actually benefit you into, like, contesting the board. And don't forget, that's the color pair for Sugar Rush Speedway start and finish line. So you could have some racer location decks coming in, and I'm telling you, when they print good racer cards, don't sleep on that 4-cost King Candy. I'm telling you guys.
I like the 4-cost King Candy already with this one, like you just said, because hear me out, chat. You guys ready to cook? You guys got your notes? You guys got your cookbooks ready? Hear me out. Turn 3 King Candy. Turn 4 this King Candy. Seeing Teeth and Ambitions pop this King Candy, deal 2 damage to an opposing character, force your opponent to banish one of their other characters. Then when this King Candy gets banished, you get to grab your King Candy back because he's exerted already because you sang with him. Huh? Cooking.
So
Cooking.
the
Or you
one says when you're other racers. It doesn't work the way you think, Kevin. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
wait. Sorry.
Other racers.
Okay, even better. You play this King Candy on turn 4. You sing Teeth and Ambitions with the 3-cost King Candy. You deal 2 damage to itself. You get to grab something from your discard pile. Another racer from your discard pile, and then you still trigger this. This King Candy while dealing 2 damage with the Teeth and Ambitions. See, you can still cook with it in that order. There's something. Anybody playing a racer deck says Cliff Z. Yes. Never seen one. Yeah, I've seen people play the racer deck. It's not like super good. It's not like the best deck right now in my opinion. But the Sugar Rush Speedway is pretty good. I think the biggest issue though is the uninkability, right? Like this is uninkable. The finish line's uninkable. I think starting line's uninkable too, right? Oh,
there's a lot of uninkables in that deck, so I'm more certain that like the better racer decks probably won't play their starting finish lines. Unironically, don't know if that's going to be the place for them, but I will say that there's a couple other racers. I think there's a shift Tafietta. I think it's a 4-cost.
Kevin,
I'm gonna need you. Yeah, so that one says whenever you move to a location, you gain 2 lore. So if you are going to be playing locations and you are going to be like having that kind of a theme deck, this is probably going to be like your not your win condition, but definitely something that enables a lot of your win conditions, because it's going to be able to sing your more expensive songs if you play any. I mean, don't forget there is the Islands I Pulled from the Sea that lets you add any location from your deck to hand, and then there is the option to just add this one back when the other King Candy is banished, so you can keep reusing her ability and gaining a more lore. And we're yet to see what they're going to do, if they're going to do anything with obstacles in this set. I know there was some updates added to the Lorcana TCG app that mentioned locations and then obstacle classification about them. So we'll find out hopefully what that means, soon to come. But this is something that can get worked on. Again, there's a lot of unexplored options in this game, guys. I tell people all the time to either think outside the box or just to try something new. I think at locals today, I'm going to play something that is not my bread and butter. If you guys do know that my bread and butter is Amber Steel, but I don't know if it's going to be a racer deck. I think I'm going to try just something else I've been wanting to try out lately. But this is going to be something to consider once more cards get revealed from Random Jafar.
Zach, I'm getting a call from my auntie upstairs, but be a dear and talk about the fact that we got a Ruby Amethyst Madam Mim coming to us, so implying maybe we'll keep some of these for a rotation while I hop on this call real quick.
You got it. All right, so what is this? A 6-cost uninkable, 6 strength, 5 willpower character. It is a Floodborn, so it does allow you to shift, but you're only paying 2 to shift this onto a character named Madam Mim, and you're locked into the color pair of Ruby Amethyst, so there's nothing like Morph that you get to shift on top of, unfortunately. And the ability reads... Shoot, I don't see the ability. Let me see if I can find the ability on my end, guys. But chat, if you're here listening to me, if you guys can drop the ability onto the chat for me, I would appreciate that, just because it would help me get this information out there quicker. But in my honest opinion, it goes to show that they might consider keeping some of the bounce package into the next future sets of Fabled and stuff. But Kevin, you know, I don't know French. I don't know French fluently enough to know what the effect is, and I was left without an effect to talk about.
Yes.
So you can help me find the effect.
I totally forgot. It's just the same. It's just the same effect of every Madam Mim, where you have to bounce something back, and if you don't, it gets banished.
Whoa, you say every Madam Mim, and you forgot about the rival of Merlin? That doesn't have that effect.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so all the other Madam Mims. It's like the other Madam Mims.
It just bounces any other character, or you banish her, correct?
Yeah. You either banish her or you bounce any other character.
Okay.
So
how do you play this card on curve? You have to one drop into snake bounce into one drop shift onto snake bounce to one drop. That's the only way to like play her on curve,
it's
right?
it's a pretty good curve if you ask me. Like if you do this on like turn what you do this on turn 3? Yeah, you do this on turn 3.
And then I sing my Zeus with Troubadour and goodbye Mim.
Dude, like I mean, if you have it, yeah, that's a crazy play. That's a crazy play. Pandaric Quest moved to oh, he was talking also about the Taftia. He also suggested Taftia. Yeah, very good in that deck. The ability is the same as the bounce the snake. Yep, yeah, the same thing as the bounce as the other mims. Turn 1 Diablo Broom, turn 2 Madam Mim, turn 3 Challenger plus
We
1
both forgot about Skater Mim. That's what
plus
he's talking about.
oh yeah, Skater Mim. Turn 3 shift onto Mim, then bounce Diablo. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can utilize this, I think. But more shift Mims, which means they could give us the Merlin package, dude. My face
Wait,
win.
she can sing Pirate's Life on turn 3 or turn
Yeah,
Pirate's
Pirates Life on turn 3, bro. Let's go. We're cooking.
Whoa.
We're cooking, dude.
Is there any other like 6-cost song? There's very few 6-cost songs. I've done this research because
Yeah.
I am waiting for Prince Naveen to have his time to shine. However, it's very few 6-cost songs. I think there's like Treasures Untold, Blast from the Past, The Pirate's Life, and maybe I'm forgetting one more or the other. But yeah, that's a crazy stat line though. I gotta admit, a 6/5 body is gonna be hard to deal with if you're not playing steel, or amethyst per se. But even then, like you're gonna have to waste some cards you probably wouldn't want to waste on cards like this. Genie, for example, is a card I'd rather Zeus than this. So it's
Because you can trade
it's gonna
stuff
force some
into this.
removal.
Yeah, you can like
It's gonna
reasonably
force some removal.
you can
for
reasonably
sure.
trade stuff into this. Like one of the things I'm already realizing is if I have a Chernobog on board, you can't even quest with this because you're risking it dying to a crab. You know, like if I have one Chernobog on board and you play this and you quest with it, if I have Merlin
Oh, big
Crab, it's
Chernobog.
gone. It's gone. Yeah, the Chernobog followers. Sorry, Chernobog followers.
Mhm.
Chernobog followers. If I have a
No, big
Chernobog,
Chernobog. You mean?
What,
You mean
big
big
Chern-
Chernobog, right?
no, I'm just saying
You
Chernobog.
meant-
No, I'm just saying Chernobog's followers. Like if I have a Chernobog's followers on board and like
Oh.
they don't like and you have this on board, like you better hope I don't have crab because you can't really quest with this, in that sense. So I think now that I think about it, it's asking a lot. If it was inkable, it'd be really good, but it's kind of asking a lot. But probably really good against like the red blue matchups.
What's good, JG? Appreciate you. Thank you.
What's up, my goons?
What's good?
Yes, tiny adversary, Madam Mim, not Snake. Oh yes, you play that Mim instead. We totally forgot about Skater Mim. We're doing Skater Mim and Injustice. We have a friend owl. What's this? Cantankerous Neighbor. What does that mean? What is cantankerous?
Like nosy, I think. I think it's just like nosy, like a big word for nosy. But I'm gonna Google that.
I'm already doing it.
confirm.
I'm already doing it. Bam. Cantankerous. Adjective: bad-tempered, argumentative, and uncooperative. That's just yeah, disrespectful. Lorcana team, Lorcana being disrespectful to friend. It's kind of ironic, right?
In my forest, I'll bet some magical miscreants up to no good. Well, it's none of my concern. I'm going back to bed. Yep, definitely only
like
cares
that.
about himself.
I like
you know,
that.
his tree isn't being removed, but the leaves and everything around it's turning to sand. So I like, again, Lorcana's very good at telling stories in their card game, and it's basically every card here is adding a little bit to the story. It's basically cranky old man owl. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's probably what he is too
Pandaric.
in the movie itself, right? So it's
It's funny because
it's just a
it's so
2/2 with
ironic.
2 lore.
It's so ironic. His name is Friend Owl, and then Cantankerous Neighbor. The irony there. Very ironic. Very ironic.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nothing major. You're just gaining 2 lore with a 2/2 character. Nothing too major there that we have to talk about.
The Mouse Queen.
The Mouse Queen. 4 cost inkable, 3 strength, 6 willpower. Quest for 1. Let me do this flavor text. After that dreadful Ratigan business, I know about villains. This Jafar is certainly a villain of the highest order. That's pretty nice. Ruler of the Mouse Dome. Mouse Dome? What's the Mouse Dome? Maybe I really gotta watch the Great Mouse Criminal Detective or whatever it's called. Have you seen it?
The great, yeah.
The great mouse.
So
The
I
great
was
mouse is that
actually,
good.
I was literally trying to find out where she may be from. Because to be fair, the characters of this kind of like rodents and stuff could be in like the Rescuers or
Mm.
Great Mouse. The Great Mouse Detective is what you were asking about. So yeah, she's from the Great Mouse Detective, which is interesting. Yeah, Radigan's business. Of course, we could figure that out there. But yeah, the the one thing I do gotta say though is I need less characters that are manillas in the card pool. I understand that it may be good for like draft and stuff like that, but I need less manillas that cost more than like two or three. I need some ability. I need some abilities on my four cost characters, or else I just feel like I'm playing like set one all over again, right? Because like there's a lot of like those kind of cards that I'm still seeing. But it's a newer character. I don't think we have a Mouse Queen card in the card pool, so that's cool. I do like more inclusion and more characters starting to see the light in Lorcana. But it's just a vanilla body, and it doesn't have like the craziest stat lines for me to justify playing it in any like Sapphire deck. Even playing this on turn three, I'd rather play something like a Scrooge McDuck. It's a 5/5 body, even though it's uninkable. Stuff like that's a little bit more more worth your while than that slot.
I can see that. Yeah, the Mouse Queen. Not my favorite in terms of competitive play. It's probably a starter deck card. I think it's at the end of the day, like it's just meant to fill its role. Yeah, but probably good and sealed. A 4/3/6 body. If they ever make like some crazy formats. Camilo Madrigal. Here's some effect characters for you, Zach. It's a 5 cost character though. 5 cost, inkable, 4/4. Quest for 2. I already like these stats. Ooh, I need to actually look this up. I did not.
I know what it does. I know
Oh,
what it
you did?
does. I don't
Okay.
speak this language, but I've read the effect. So when this character is banished in a challenge, you may return this character to your hand. And
Ah.
so it's interesting, right? Because I'm starting to notice the Madrigals have a theme around them, and it's been like singing songs and like
Mhm.
getting abilities when you do that, or like gaining effects when you do that. So this is like not fitting that theme per se. It's like it's got two lore, and I don't want to sing with
Oh
anything that
yeah.
can quest for two, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if this is like a card I think I would play right away in a Madrigal deck, but stats again, 4 is the magic number. If you guys have been in the channel, we talk about 4 being the amount of strength needed to dodge like Sisu, Madame Medusa, Brawl, all those ruby removal cards really hate the number 4. But it's got 4 willpower, which means steel can eat it up.
Too bad there's no good Purple Amber songs, Clivesy. Yeah, they're really trying to they're really trying to push the Purple Amber deck as like a deck. But it seems just too casual or too like everywhere. Like it doesn't know, like we don't know what we're doing.
The Family
Um,
Madrigal is a good song. It's just only good in that Madrigal deck, but it's a great song. Add a song and a Madrigal character to your hand, and can stack the rest of your deck so you can kind of know what you're getting. I like that card personally.
yeah, I guess. New card revealed, Nano Sack. Hey, thanks for the raid, Lorcana Craze. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for raiding the channel. Everybody, wherever you're coming from, feel free to hit the follow button, like, comment, subscribe if you're watching from YouTube. But yeah, Lorcana Craze raiding us with a couple of viewers over here. Appreciate you
Thank
for
you so
being over.
much, Lorcana Craze. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go. That's a good raid.
Have a great stream. You too. You too. Appreciate you for even streaming. Yeah, go follow Lorcana Craze too, guys, wherever you're watching from. But yeah, so translation on the Nano Sack. Each time you play a character using its shift ability, the character gains +4 strength for the rest of the turn. Very subpar. I understand where they're going with this like shift ability thing. Hey, a BC Buffalo, a BF Buffalo, how you doing? Yeah, this not my favorite thing. I feel like they could really go like crazy with this like when you shift a character situation. But this is so boring. 4+ strength. Like I don't know. If it would have said draw a card, actually that's the Baymax thing, isn't it? The Baymax health. There's already an ability like that. Whenever you shift, you draw a card. Yeah, interesting. It's not my favorite though. 2 cost inkable item doesn't really do much for strength. Moving on. I don't think it's anything good, right, Zach?
So yeah, I don't know if this card is going to be more than like a one of in like green blue strategies if we start to see that route going that way. My honest opinion is like emerald items have always felt a little wonky so far. They haven't printed many decent ones. They've always felt either limiting or restrictive or just not enough.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. It's not enough. They don't make they don't make good enough items. Like this is not something I want to see of Oswald. Lefu, a Ruby Sapphire Lefu for all you Ruby Sapphire Shark enjoyers out there. A 2-cost inkable 2/2 character. What is it? Choose what is it for me? So banish one of your objects. Choose an opponent, they lose a lore and then you gain a lore. The way this is translated is hilarious. And then the flavor text translated it. Please, Lefu, you truly get the lion's share. Interesting. But banish an item.
He went head first into that cake, bro. Look at that.
Yes. Okay, okay. So you banish an item, you gain a lore, your opponent loses a lore. That's kind of mid, right? Like it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad.
It's like a mini pirate's life, but then it's like
It's worse than
wait,
Aladdin.
is it when you quest, or do you have to exert him, or do you play when you play him? Like, what does that say? It says per me.
For me. I think it's like on play.
Yeah, so I think if this character requires you to quest or exert him, he's not the best. But if on play, could see some lines. There is that tool that when it's banished, you pay 2 less for an item. There is a lot of item recursion with like the Prince John or Merlin's carpet bag. So maybe it would make sense if you can like exert him and then like re-ready him and exert him again to keep creating that reach or that distance and lore between you and your opponent. I'm not gonna say this card's bad because it's decently statted to where it can be playable, but I do need to make sure that if this is as like on play or quest or exert, as it's gonna be a difference maker into what I think this card can do for sure in the Ruby Sapphire strategy.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it where I got it from, but I found this one on Twitter specifically. So I would need to find the translation, or I would need to find the actual image. But when I do,
Anyone knows in chat, please let us know if this is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Lefu that you get
If
the
anybody
ability
knows,
on play.
uh,
Yeah, if anybody knows, drop the deets there, please.
John Allen says puts items into the discard for the bell shift ability. Okay, for the bell shift combo, you put more items into your discard. Shifting Baymax, you
have
can
Royal
take out McDuck
Tantrum,
Manners with the. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, with the blue item. What do you say, Zach?
Royal Tantrum's a card I always talk about when people bring up that shift bell, where it's like banish all your items and you draw a card for each. Like that's how you cleanly get all your items in the discard to play her for less. If I think that's how she works, and then you get to return them to essentially gain the extra lore. So the Royal Tantrum, if you guys don't know what that card is, it's a 4-cost uninkable action for Sapphire that does read when you banish as many items as you want and draw a card for each,
Yeah.
or all your items and draw a card for. Like, do you get a limit to what you can and cannot banish, or is it a choice up to you, or is
it's
it
a choice.
all of them?
Banish any number of items. Yeah, banish any number of
So
items.
you can, you're not
That's
locked
rare.
into getting rid of every single one. You can kind of decide which ones you want to get rid of in exchange for an additional card from your deck. But that's a way to get rid of those items and to increase that Belle's playability, or get her ability into start getting an emotion, I would say.
Yeah.
Who asked
since
for
we're
it?
on Sapphire, yeah.
We're talking,
It was
we're talking
Pandaric.
about the Radigan?
Yeah, it was Pandaric. I'm gonna skip over to it because a lot of people are talking about this one today. We have Sapphire Radigan, 8-cost inkable. I love the artwork on this. The jewels coming out, the tail whipping through the strength and the willpower. Radigan, the greedy genius, quest for 4, 6 strength, 7 willpower, has ward. At the end of your turn, if you didn't put any cards into your inkwell this turn, banish this character. Interesting. At the end of your turn, if you didn't put any, interesting. Jeez, such a big body. It's such a big body. I don't know how I feel. Radigan is cracked, says BFC Buffalo. Here we go. Pandaric was here. Okay. I'll be real with you. I was trying to avoid the effect on this one because I saw it was a legendary earlier. I've been seeing people talk about it, and maybe I'm tripping. It does not seem that good to me. I'm sorry, but that's just me as someone who enjoys Be Prepared. Like, I just love Be Prepared and Tremaine and stuff like that. So, I'm just speaking out of context, right? This could be good though. ramping into this card, you're gonna ink every turn. There's no way you don't ink in most Sapphire decks. But oh, I guess it's a really good Lucky Dime target if we keep Lucky Dime. Zach, how do you feel though? What do you think? What do you think? You're giving faces. You're showing faces. I need to know what these faces mean.
Two things that I think I'd like to not make clear, but two things that come off to me is like Ruby is going to be the check all to ward. Ruby cards or the cards that they print in Ruby is like a check all to ward. Especially when we see warded characters have more than like 1 to 2 willpower, because characters like Alice Savvy Sailor are and like the Muses feel impossible to remove unless you are playing Ruby for right. This doesn't have low enough strength to be removed with something like a big Sisu. So be prepared. Be King Undisputed or that King Candy we talked about earlier can be like the few solutions I think to removing characters like this in play. I'm gonna be honest though, the ability it's not like restrictive at all, but I this card isn't going to be that strong if you're playing him on turn 8. This card or this character gets better the earlier you play him. So if you're aggressively ramping and starting to turn 2 Sail, Tipo into How Far I'll Go into another ramp card, meaning you can play this on turn 4 or turn 5, then starts to sway the difference because Be Prepared doesn't come down for a turn or two later. You are going to be able, depending on the other color pattern with this, you might have some other characters in play to prevent the Radigan from being challenged. My first thoughts are Sapphire Steel has a boss monster now because you could play Pete, and Pete protects you from any actions being played. And then if without actions, Ruby has very few cards to deal with this. Maui can't even just rush into it by himself. You needed another character in play to swing into, and it will take a lot of resources for your opponent to remove, but it will. If you're going to build your deck around this, you are going to have to sacrifice all your resources into getting this character in play. So is the trade-off going to be worth it? I'm not too sure. If it's getting 4 lore, at least it might be okay. If it gains 8 lore, then it's totally worth it, right? But Lucky Dime target, I can see that being an option. But I don't know. Yeah, Kevin, I'm not sold on this card yet. If anybody in chat's got some thoughts on this card, or if they want to go ahead and talk about why they think this card is good, please let us know, or please help us, open our minds to it. Because I mean, for sure, people are going to try and play this card in some Sapphire decks, but are they going to have success with it? I'm not sure.
JG Sale says, in a few months there will be no Be Prepared. Yeah, hey man, you could be right. You could definitely be right about that one. At least he's inkable, says John Allen. He's inkable. I'm not. My hopes aren't high. My hopes aren't super high for this card, but hey, I'm down for Sapphire to have some mid-tier legendaries to set around because there's just they've been giving them some of the best legendaries for a minute now, is what it feels like, or some of the best cards. They have to reprint B Prep, says Buffalo. I prefer Sheriff. Yeah, I was gonna say this is like it's like an inkable Sheriff of Nottingham almost. Like at this point, like maybe you play this instead of Sheriff of Nottingham in like an item Lucky Dime deck. Just because he's inkable. The inkability is really important. Ramp into this, drop Ink Geyser next turn. It's pretty gross. Ooh, Pandaric Quest. This into Ink Geyser is pretty nuts. Yeah, yellow green has the option to go too wide otherwise.
Thank you. See, yeah, I just want to say, Jessica pointed out that I'd rather give Gontu Ward, like the one that's the 5 cost 4/3 with 4 lore. That's 4 lore that you can gain, and you're not having to commit to playing this on a later turn.
Yeah.
And then so I'm not too upset at all because I think Sapphire needs to get hit in the card pool for sure. It needs to not have some awesome legendaries that it's been getting recently. So I'm down if this is going to be, one of the Sapphire legendaries. The other one could be decent, and then you never know. But I'm down if this is going to be one of them because I'm not sold on this card yet. And I do think there's a lot more cards you would like to play in like a Kiwi Bird deck. I don't think this will ever see play in a Kiwi Bird deck. I don't think like Ruby Sapphire Control is trying to play anything like this. So I know Pandaric mentioned Blurple, and that's probably where I think it fits the best.
I agree. It probably sticks around something like Blurple where you ramp into it really heavily. But yeah, I also agree with Jessica. Giving your Gantu ward with like Aurora is probably a little bit better on curve two actually. A little bit nicer for your curve two to be able to do that. Only so much room. 4 cost, dual ink, emerald, amber card. Return chosen character with 2 strength or less to their player's hand, and then return a character card from your discard to your hand. Okay, so you can bounce your opponent's character. When I first I read this card wrong at first. I thought this card was buns. I thought you had to return your own. But you can choose either your own or your opponent's. And then you get to grab a character from your discard too. So you grab back a Daisy. So it's like we're using a Cloud Kicker, and then grabbing back a Daisy from the discard pile. How do we feel about this, chat? How do we feel about this, chat? Real quick, and read some
It
comments.
doesn't say what cost that character is. You can add Chernabog back.
Oh, that's true. Any character you can add Rapunzel back. You can add any character you discarded off of your tramp, which is actually really strong. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Real quick, this Ratigan needed shift for the other bad Ratigan. Yeah, if that Ratigan had shift,
Yes.
that'd be too good. Let's
If it
appreciate
was a
this art,
Chef
my
6,
goons.
I'd be scared.
Yes, Clipsy. The art for the Ratigan is top tier. I wouldn't be surprised if they make it an enchanted. I think it replaces the 1 copy of Mufasa in Blurple. Oh, for the other one, the big one. I think Mufasa's a little bit better ink ability though, right? I think the card designers have named this card like that on purpose due to how much stuff we have for Turnidogs now. Only so much room. That's hilarious, right? Because there's only so much room for your Trinidad stuff because that deck is just the most poppin'. It's getting all the support. It's getting all the support. There is yeah, there's just too many cards. There's too many cards in the Trinidad deck. I wouldn't even know how to begin to add this to my Trinidad deck now that I think about it, because it kind of feels like there's not much room for a card like this. But I was already trying to fit in Hades. This might be a better Hades because it's inkable. Tempo card to grab back your Chernabog, like you said, Zach. That's actually so good. Oh, dude, it's like oh, you know what this reminds me of? Consecrated Light or like Monster Reincarnation. And Lightsworn, because you grab back Chernabog and you play it, and you like the way you used to grab back Judgment Dragon from the graveyard, and play it, right, Zach?
Well, I mean, that's good point to make there, is that like we don't have a lot of cards that kind of do something like that right now, where we're not being able to play with our discard too much. But for this card to be better, there needs to be some abilities where, like, when you add this character from your discard, you may play it for free type thing. Before like this card actually gets fit into a Chernodog deck. I just think you want to play a lot of characters in that deck. I think the less actions and less items and locations you play, the better.
That's true. That's true. It's an action.
So this may not come in that specific deck. It might have other playability, but I don't know how to feel about this card, guys. I like it, but I don't.
I like
the effect so much, but I just don't see it making sense in the way. And for all the other cards Chernodog has been revealed so far, I don't think that this makes the cut, man. It does. Oh, there's only so much room.
Interesting. Shout out Checkpoint Gaming for this card reveal, by the way. Let's see. No room for this card in Chernodog, says Panderic. Was also, you can only grab 2 cost strength or less. No, no Buffalo. Oh, you realize, yeah, there's no limit. There's no limit on what you can grab off of that Buffalo. Buffalo plus part of your world action. Yeah. Now that you mention it, Zach, having to play an action in the Chernodog deck does not sound too good to me. Because I want to make sure my Chernobog goes off. But even just like 1 or 2 copies, bro. Like 1 or 2 copies, I think would be so clean to combo off, so you can add it back from your discard pile.
But Kit's already I won't talk about it too much, but Kit's already a card that people don't like to play too many copies of in that deck right now. They have a love-hate relationship with Kit. And I don't think you play a single copy of that before you play 4 Kits. So that's probably where that one's going to draw the line.
Yeah,
this
one is I don't know the effect on this one. My bad.
Support. I think the first part is support.
Okay,
and so we know that.
Los que vous yeah, I've been trying to practice French, but I don't know that much French, so I'm at the pass on this one for now. But it has support. We have a dual ink Raleigh or Raleigh.
Anybody in the chat knows what this card does, please go ahead and drop the ability in the chat. Just mention that this is the Raleigh ability, because we are going to move on. I think the next card was What, the quick
Yes.
shot?
Yes, it's the one Steadfast revealed, if I'm not mistaken.
Steadfast,
Yeah,
the voice,
Steadfast, the
the voice.
homie.
If you guys don't know Steadfast, please check out his YouTube channel. He's got awesome, awesome videos. If you're watching this Steadfast, drop more content, bro. If you need some ideas, need some help, reach out to us. You know how to hit us up. But this is a 2-cost uninkable action that says deal damage to chosen character and you draw a card. So
Yeah, it's okay. This would have been really good as a song too. Yeah, both this and the other card would have been good as a song. JG. They should have printed another lady with that effect. If they would have given the character the body on the other effect, that would have been too good. I think Green Steel Pirate action for this. Oh, okay, Green Steel Pirates, right? So you can trigger your Pete's and Pop items. Non-song actions. But yeah, deal ping 1 damage, draw a card. It feels like if it was inkable, they could have made this inkable. They could have made this inkable, and it wouldn't have made it any more or less playable. I think it would have made it a little better actually. But it wouldn't have made it like
they
broken.
could have added the ability to deal a damage to a location on top of a character too. Like they could have done something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's only character too.
Yeah, it's interesting.
For an uncommon.
Rolly support. Shoutouts to Mike. Appreciate you. When you play this character, you may place a character card from your inkwell face down and exerted. So is that from your discard or is that on your board like Pleekly? Because if it's from your discard pile, that's pretty good. I'm assuming your discard pile because it's like the Perdita almost. Yeah, from the discard pile.
Discard
thank you for clarifying that.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you, man. AKA Leonard over here. Yeah, man. Okay, so when you play this character, it's like the Perdita. You grab something, you put it into your inkwell. Then that's pretty cool. There's a lot of ways. To be able to take advantage of your ever-growing discard pile on the puppy deck now. I hope they make more cards that like mill or that draw and discard. Because really the draw and discard mechanic seems reserved for like green and steel. Flint and steel, no, green steel. But there's not much like draw discard for Sapphire and Amber, right? Like that kind of situation, other than the Dale to mill.
Well, there's Rapunzel. Don't forget about Rapunzel.
What is the
draw there?
Oh no, I meant like draw and discard, like the idea of like cycle.
Oh, like cycling.
Yeah, the idea of like cycle.
That's like steel cards. Steel lets you cycle, but a lot more. Not Amber. Amber only has Rapunzel, and as far as like good draw cards go, everything else just kind of cycles itself. From what I remember.
Put the top. Let me see. What are the cards? Okay. Oh yeah, there's not that many mill cards. It's really just the Dale and Amber that lets you do it, I guess. Okay. Well, we tried to make that good. We'll see how good puppies end up being in the future. Here's another puppy, Dalmatian puppy, tail wagger. Oh, this is tail wagger. This is the one you were telling me about, Zach. Oh, it just got reprinted with different artwork.
So Captain Hook, Forceful Duelist, and Dalmatian puppy tail wagger are 2 cards that were reprinted that they will have in the Reign of Jafar. This was talked about on the main stage on their Discord. If you guys aren't on the Discord, it's discord.gg/Disney-Arcana. I hope I get my flowers from you guys there. But
the official Discord.
The official Discord for Disney Arcana. So you guys have they have like a little bit of more. They're interacting a lot more with the community, and they're starting to host main stage Discord conversations. Fun fact, guys, when we have our 1,000 members, Kevin and I plan on doing a main stage Q&A, and more details about that soon. But the Dalmatian puppy coming back in the Reign of Jafar is a good way of telling us that reprints aren't exclusive to certain sets in the year. So just keep in mind, everybody, that we don't Fabled will have reprints, but we don't know if future sets after Fabled will also include reprints. It may not be as heavily focused in that space, meaning we'll have less reprints, like we're only getting 2 this set, compared to Fabled being about more than half of the set. It's nice for them to experiment with stuff like this, but it sounds like they want the puppies to come back, and it makes sense, right? Because they're really releasing more of these puppy support cards, and I can literally see puppies being around forever in Lorcana. Kevin, what about you?
Yeah, I mean they're trying to push this deck for sure. I think they get your Thunderbolts, bro. No, yeah, no,
Thunderbolt.
yeah, I like the art. It's really cool too. You mentioned the Captain Hook thing as well. The Captain Hook art got Forceful Duelist got reprinted, right? And there's also another Captain Hook.
No, it's the art. It's basically a whole different art. So
No,
his
yeah, but there's another Captain Hook too, right? There's an Emerald one.
oh, it's the shift. It's the dueling shift emerald. So
Yes.
villain was Baker. Shout outs to you. Was able to reveal those cards, and so
Ah,
yes, we
yes,
have
yes, yes. It
more
was
Captain Hooks and more. We have more information about like what types of cards they're probably looking to reprint. I think more
there
like
we go.
classic
Here it is.
cards, because Captain Hook was revealed during the D23 announcements. The one that first introduced Lorcana to the public scene, and that's a timeless card. So I like that they're introducing timeless cards. I like that they're keeping certain themes alive in Lorcana's post rotation. But the dueling shift Captain Hook is actually what I want to now talk about. So it's basically a 5-cost thinkable 4 strength 5 willpower floodborn character. You may shift 3 ink to play him on top of any character named Captain Hook. But his ability, give them all you got, is once during your turn, whenever an opposing character is damaged, your pirate characters gain 2 strength and resist 2 this turn. Meaning you pirates are looking like they're getting a lot of durability. And don't forget about the 3-cost Captain Hook that it says like your pirates can't be challenged by other pirates or something. Your characters can't be challenged by other pirates. So like if pirates will become very prominent, that card will be like a catch-all pirate mirror match card. It would force you to have like inherent removal in your strategy, but it's limited to Emerald and Steel. So you either have like bounce cards, things that return your characters to hand. I'm honestly thinking of a lot of like the Emerald cards that are quote unquote bad. I'm trying to see if they could see some play, like that Hercules, that uninkable 6-cost one, or the Lady Tremaine, the legendary. If anything like that could become relevant due to certain limitations, depending on the way the meta could shape up.
Shout out Cliff Z for recommending the green steel hook with the quick shot card that we looked at a little while ago. Because you can use quick shot and then you deal a damage and then your pirate characters gain plus strength and resist that turn. And you draw a card there. It's uninkable though. The uninkability always gets me, man. But Jessica, yes, this is the first time we talk about the Captain Hook, the reprinted art. It's the first time we bring it up. Real quick, I want to mention that I really appreciate this. This is something I think is really cool. I personally enjoy reprints that have different artwork. Reprints with the same artwork are a little boring. You know what I mean? It doesn't do much. But this is kind of cool, man. I've always same thing, Zach. I've always thought the Captain Hook was really important to the lore of the actual Lorcana. Do we know if the reprints are part of the unique 204 card pool or are they additional? I'm pretty sure they're part of the 204
Let's go
card
back
pool.
to the puppy. Let's go back to the puppy and zoom in on it and see its set number, because the hook was covered.
Oh, you know what? I think I might have closed the puppy one. My bad. Oh, no, yeah, I did. I closed it. Whoopsie.
Okay.
Close the puppy one. My bad.
Let's Kevin, if you actually go on the Lorcana TCG app, they've added cards on the app in Reign of Jafar.
Yes,
I'm gonna
I
take
did
a
see
quick
that. I
peek
did
to
see
see
that.
if we got that puppy or that Captain Hook on there, because that's gonna give me that information that I also need. So it's the Captain Hook is 186 out of 204. So to answer your question, JG, they will be a part of the 204 card pool, meaning we have less unique cards to the set than normal. Take that for what you will, because they have additional rarities. I mean they didn't. We won't have that for Reign of Jafar, so it's gonna be something that we'll have to look forward in future sets after that. But they did mention additional rarities. We don't know if that's going to be part of the card pool. If those are going to be cards you can pull in, like those non-iconic rarities. That'd be pretty crazy though for the gatekeep certain cards only an iconic rare, meaning you have to get these cards if you want to
No,
play
that'd be
them.
too much. That'd
So
be too much.
I don't think
I
that
don't-
would
yeah,
be
I don't think they'd do that.
a smart decision.
I don't think they'd do that.
So
Zach, talk about this
it says-
Antonio.
Antonio, that's Antonio's Jaguar.
Sorry, Jaguar of Antonio.
That's not. I mean, I know Camilo is the one that shapeshifts, but I don't think he'd shapeshift into a Jaguar. So when you play this character, and if you have a character named Antonio Madrigal in play, you gain a lore. I think there's like the baby Antonio, but it's a 3 cost. I don't know if they are going to print an Antonio Madrigal Goons character, a 2/2 or even a 1/3 or even a 0/4, like they've been printing some of the other stat lines. It could be the case, but this is not a card that I think stands out right away. I do like the 4 willpower in the amber color classification because it does mean it can hold 3 damage counters to be healed by Rapunzel and drawn 3 cards. The card itself is going to be probably more unique to Madrigal decks because you don't have the additional on play ability if you don't have the Antonio in play. But I like cards that can get their abilities off on curve, meaning on turn 2, I can play this character and gain that lore. So until I see a 1-cost Antonio Madrigal, I don't think that this card will make the cut at all. But it's good. It's good to see that they're willing to put these kind of cards into the card pool of Lorcana. They might be wanting to print some different kind of characters in knowing that the rotation will come. And I'm very confident that Madrigals will see some sort of play, whether even if it's like tier 1.5, maybe tier 2, or I'm hopeful for it to be tier 1. But I'm a big fan of some of the cards in that card pool. It is not a Madrigal classification, so it doesn't have the ability to be picked up off of the family Madrigal song card.
Unfortunate. How unfortunate.
But, and it cannot be readied, I believe, with the Alma that was revealed, the Duel Link Alma.
Okay.
So it's not. This isn't my favorite card, if I'm being honest, Kevin. But I do think, for what it's worth, it's going to be nice for your Madrigal fans to add something like this to the Madrigal collection or their Madrigal deck. Definitely going to be fun and exciting for those people looking forward to play with all the Madrigal cards.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be more of like a fun deck, and it's part of the starter deck again, right? If I'm not mistaken. The 6-cost Inkable Calhoun over here, a 4 strength, 5 willpower character that quests for 2. Hard-nosed leader, bodyguard. When this character is banished, gain 1 lore. This card's buns. I was super hyped for the effect. I wasn't reading it, and then because I like the stats, 6, 4, 5, quest for 2. Banished, gain a lore. It's kind of like a quest for 3, maybe. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. There's some other cards though.
I gotta add bodyguard characters that have less willpower than the cost aren't it.
Very specific there. Bodyguard characters with less willpower than the cost. You're right. Yeah, you're right. It's not it. Those stats are not it, Chief.
Pandaric has got it right. Buns.
Yes, big buns. Unfortunately, buns. It's not our fault. It's not our fault that those were buns.
Sorry, Felix. Your wife can't cut it this time.
Felix, that is fixed. Felix's wife. Yes, they did get officially married. I'm sure they get officially married. It doesn't matter.
You haven't seen the second movie yet.
Yeah, I just forgot. I haven't seen the second movie in a long time. Buns. Yes, I haven't seen the second movie in a long time. Vincenzo Santorini, the explosives expert. 7-cost Inkable, 2 strength, 8 willpower. Quest for 3. When you play this character, you may deal 3 damage to a chosen character. Vinny! Yes, Vinny Santorini. What a character. This is never be afraid to make a big entrance. So, smash on play. 7-cost character, smash on play.
It's doesn't say you can't damage your own, but I'm gonna add this little tidbit. All right, cool guys do not look at explosions. Let's look at that card art for one more time. What is he doing? He's about to light some stuff up.
Very on point.
And he's just walking forward. So
very on point.
Cool guys do not look at explosions. They just blow stuff up and walk away. Just if you know, you know. But that is an it could quest for 3, so it's not the worst card, but gosh, are there so many better ones.
Yeah, for that high cost, I'd rather just play Simba, the cool looking Simba with the long hair that deals 2 damage or draw 2 discard. I'd rather just play that. The 2/8 is a weird. It's kind of a weird stat line. It could have been a 4/4 and it would have been fine, or like a 4/5. A 4/5 with that ability would have been really good, I think. This guy is garbage, says Buffalo. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. Sapphire Steel, maybe, Jessica. Yeah, again, there's other cards I'd rather play, like the Simba. Ziza says an emoji.
Simba for sure.
Mother Gothel, more Ruby Amethyst support. Yes, Ruby Amethyst.
I haven't read her. I haven't read this one. This
Ruby
is new.
Amethyst
This is new. Let's
enjoyers.
go.
This is new. Is it new to you? Okay. 2 cost uninkable. 1 strength, 3 willpower. Mother Gothel knows what's best. I love that. I love that second. Storyborn villain sorcerer. When you play this character, you may deal 2 damage to another chosen character of yours to give that character challenger +1. And when this character is banished in a challenge, return this character to your hand this turn. That's kind of a mouthful for what it does, but not too bad. Turn 1, you can play like a Chernobog, a follower. Turn 2, you can play this, give that Chernobog follower +1 challenger, and then when it challenges into something like a Calhoun, because you can clear Calhoun then, it'll go back to your hand. If it was a little, if it could kill Daisy, if it could banish Daisy, it'd be a little bit more impressive on that curve, but yeah, it's not my favorite. I think again, this did not have to be uninkable. This could have been totally inkable. Hey, shout out Incubus. Thank you for joining Goon Squad community on Twitch. Appreciate you, man. Wherever you guys are watching from, like, comment, subscribe. It means a lot. Supports the channel. But yeah, 2 cost uninkable for this ability. It could have been an inkable card. I think making this card uninkable is completely unnecessary. What do you think? It's a good card,
Nope.
but yeah, could have been inkable. Would have been more than fine.
No, I'm gonna stand on business. This card is not that strong. So, let's look at how much this card could impact the board. Right, like you have to put 2 damage on one of your characters.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, you're right. My bad,
Yeah,
Leonard.
yeah.
Yeah, you're
So-
right, Leonard. You can't even do that with the Chernobog followers. You just pop your own followers. That's so buns.
Yeah. So like this is actually
Okay, this is actually just
not a
buns.
good card.
This is
Yeah,
actually just
I'm-
a buns card. You're right. You're right, Mike Leonard. Yeah, I totally missed that part. This is actually just not a good card.
No, sorry, Ruby M enjoyers.
Yeah, a rabbit will love this challenger. It's swinging with a 3. No, it's just not it. Not terrible, Panderic. I changed my mind. I think it is kind of bad. The only cards this work with are going to be like Olaf or like the Queen of Hearts. Maybe the what's the Palace Guard, the Vanished Palace Guard. Give him, but it's only challenger +1. Maybe if it was challenger +2, it's kind of a lot. Mini Olaf, nah, bro. Yeah, it's not. It's not it. It's not it. Unfortunately, not it. Flynn Ridems. We have a new Flynn Rider, a super rare Flynn Rider, Emerald, 4 cost, uninkable. He has to have Hexwell Crown in his hand, Zach Stone. What? Bro stole the crown?
No. I want you to look at all the details. Look, you have the laser snakes trying to shoot him down. You have him coming down from a rope. No, like this is crazy art, and I love the flavor text. One way or another, I get what I want. Confident.
I get what I want.
Doesn't take no for an answer. He gets what he wants. He gets some deals. He got some deals.
What's
the ability is
what's the ability? That's Rapunzel's hair. That's Rapunzel's hair that he's hanging down from. I'm dead, bro. That's hilarious. Rope? That's Rapunzel's hair. LOL. That's hilarious, bro.
That's okay. Good. Good
Dude,
eyes.
teamwork.
Good eyes, guys.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
See?
Thank you, Incubus, for that.
Appreciate the
thank you,
Goon Squad
Canankerous.
community for being very, very what's the word? Observant. Because that is actually Rapunzel's hair.
Insane,
and
bro.
I love it.
Couple of the century, power couple. Sorry, read the effect. Read the effect.
We talked about everything but the ability, right? Yeah, so I was gonna say. So it's a 1/4 and 3 lore statted. This is a very big day. Whenever this character is challenged, challenging player may choose to discard a card, but they don't. You're gaining 2 lore, so that is literally 5 lore in value if they keep a card or if they have no cards in hand. Fits the theme of Emerald, which I really like, and I think this card will see some play. I think they fixed the because remember the shift one that's evasive 2/3. I think they fixed it, so that one probably won't come back in rotation, unfortunately. But this is like a way better card. You didn't need to shift the Flynn Rider all the time. It's only kind of helpful to sing like your Zeus. But this is this is a very strong card. Weak to all the ruby removal, but depending on what gets post rotated out, we could see this card see a lot more play into the set 9 and on meta. But it's a nice ability, and I love that it has an option like the Curse Merfolk Flynn Rider. It's like you have to discard a card if you challenge. You don't have to. You actually just don't have to at all, but it's at the cost of 2 more lore that your opponent gets to help win that race. So Again, if so anybody yeah, so if anybody has any thoughts, please let us know in the chat what you guys think of this card. This has been one of my favorite cards revealed so far. What about you, Kevin?
It's a cool card. 4 cost unequal is kind of tough, but questing for 3, it seems kind of worth it there. I like it. I like that they're playing around with giving the options of like you have to do something or you discard. And then like you said, you even pointed out there's just situations where maybe you play 1 or 2 of this in your deck, and by the time you resolve this, your opponent has no cards in hand. So now you're just you're just gaining like an insane amount of lore, and it's every time this character's challenged. So they better have a 4 strength character. If they're not using a 4 strength character,
make like imagine you make all their characters like reckless and stuff. It's like, oh, you got a challenge.
yeah, like they're small characters. We have Dingus Khan asking, what do you think of a card like this post rotation? Sapphire Ruby 9 cost unequal action. All players put all their cards from their inkwell into play exerted, and then they put all cards that were into play into their inkwell. Like you just swap the cards. It would get confusing with like actions that are in your inkwell.
Whoa! You play Hearthstone, don't you?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a Hearthstone card, bro. That's a straight up Hearthstone card. That's like a. I think it would have to be a 10 cost unequal action in order, because that's so wacky. It reminds me of something like Fiber Jar in Yu-Gi-Oh, but that also reminds me of like Yogg Saron in Hearthstone. Actions get banished. Oh, so actions only characters. Actions get banished. Really interesting. I think at that point it could be like a 9 cost, right? You just swap the cards. It's really personally.
But then you could play around that by inking just only characters.
Yeah, well, I mean, you do it like in the matchup, right? Like if you're making a deck like that and then you're playing best of 3, the moment you see that it's that deck, you just only try and ink your characters so that when it goes off, you just get more than your opponent. Yeah, it's okay. I think it's kind of like it's not my favorite card immediately, because there could be some like wackiness that goes on where it doesn't put you in a winning position, and you're never gonna like guarantee your curve. Ruby Sapphire would be a really good deck for that though, because obviously you can like visions, and you go like Tipo my Maleficent Dragon, and then ramping into that would be too good. So they probably wouldn't put that in like a Sapphire color pool. It'd probably be like dual ink locked into something silly steel, or emerald, because emerald. It'd probably be like an emerald
Definitely
steel
can't
card.
be in Sapphire. It can't be in
It
Sapphire.
can't be in Sapphire.
Because,
It'd be too good.
Characters like Mufasa, like I personally like. It's going to be a very wacky. I honestly great open mindedness, because I like that you're thinking about stuff like that. But I think that's why game developers actually have to like test out their theories all the time, and they have to put it into practice. So they create thousands of scenarios of what that card could be, what kind of situation that you can find yourself in when you have to play that card, and I can see a lot of shenanigans kind of going off. Again, that effect was like a Hearthstone effect to me. And that game was too much RNG for me to enjoy. So man, oh man, am I gonna see some crazy things happen if that card ever comes into existence?
We have a new card.
Ooh,
Revealed a couple minutes ago, like 30 minutes ago, by Mulligan Web TV on Twitch. If you have an item in your discard pile, this character gains evasive. 2 strength inkable character, 1/1 quest for 2. Really interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, if you have an item in your discard pile, character gains evasive. What
Belle
are we?
and her homies.
Yeah, Belle
homies.
and her homies are going to be the new Ruby Sapphire technique. I received 100 messages. Oh wait, that's my restream. Thanks everybody for being in the chat. Thanks for everybody who was watching. I appreciate you guys. If you guys are watching from YouTube, Twitch, or wherever, like, comment, subscribe. It does support the channel. Means a lot. Means a lot. But yeah. Okay. So if you have a character, if you have an item in your discard pile, then you can basically gain evasive. It's okay. I don't like that it's not guaranteed. Don't like that it's not guaranteed.
No. I like this card because it quests for 2, and I gotta hold you down there, Kevin. This character can quest for 2, and it can gain evasive, and that could be a problem. I promise you, this card will see some play. It may not be like the best card, but this card will see some play, and it's a common, so it's not going to be the hardest card to get. It will be probably in everybody's card, library.
Yeah. And I'll give you credit, Zach. I'll give you credit, Zach. Zach's pretty good at pinpointing when cards are going to be like meta relevant. Zach was telling me Big Sisu was going to be meta defining, and I was like, nah, you're tripping. This card sucks. And then yeah, so it's definitely, he knows what he's talking about. So now you've completely just changed my opinion on this because it could be. By the way, Dangus Khan says thank you to both of us. He says he's gonna pitch that card to Mr. Miller now. Yeah, pitch it to Mr. Miller, but don't make it a Sapphire card, bro. That'll be a little too good. A little too good if you make that a Sapphire card. More cards, Zach Stone. More cards. This one revealed to us by Cozy Board Games. Shout out them. It's Jim Deere, beloved husband. 2-cost inkable 0/4 bodyguard. Quest for 1. Kind of interesting. Family is family no matter what. Family is family no matter what. Even my puppies. Even my doggos, Zach Stone. Do we have a card like this already? A 0/4 bodyguard? We have the prince. The prince is the 0/5 bodyguard uninkable, but this is
Nope. This is a unique stat line for what I can think of off the top of my head. But
okay.
More
Turn-a-Dog support.
Yeah, for it to be inkable means that they're kind of like fixing. My honest take is that like certain cards that are uninkable and that are cheap have to be really powerful. So the prince might not have been something powerful enough, I think, for them to kind of justify the uninkability. So they might be fixing stuff like that by like releasing something almost even in the next set, right? Where like they're understanding that the 5 willpower isn't enough or isn't necessarily needed. It's nice though because it can dodge fox, and that's something that people like to bring up when they talk about the prince. But Jim Deere, however, will fall victim to the fox. But two cost bodyguard does kind of remind me of like Simba from set 1. So maybe it makes sense to have 0/4, but if you look at the numbers and value, 2 and 3 is 5 and 0 and 4 is 4. So I think Simba's a slightly better card, but this might make sense if Simba doesn't get into the rotation pool after when Fable drops. So this might be the new Simba.
The new Simba would be crazy. Because I like this card a lot actually. Turn-a-Dog is getting a lot of support. The card has sequel characters, says Dragon Master. Possible sequel movie cards teased. It's funny actually, if you look at the Jacques card that we revealed yesterday, it also has the puppies. And I thought the same thing. Oh, the puppies don't come out to the sequel. So they're definitely using the sequel characters for Lady and the Tramp. I'm assuming whenever we get like an IP in Lorcana, it's all fair game. Like it's all like cool. We have the Lady and the Tramp IP, so we can use them all from Lady and the Tramp 1 and 2 and whatever. Hey, what's up, friends and fam? What's up, Thomas Cage? How you doing? How you doing today, man? Hope everyone's doing good. And which reminds me, I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually get like Lion King Part 2 characters, like Scar's kid or whatever. It wasn't a Scar's kid that comes out in Part 2. That'd be cool. That would be cool. We have more reveals happening in real time, Zach Stone. A Emerald card. Shout out Citizens of Lorcana. Shout out Citizens of Lorcana for posting their things on Twitter. It means a lot. Means a lot. We have some stuff over here. I'll take care of it. This is an Emerald card, a chip card. When you play this character, an opponent of yours chooses one card from your hand and discards it. 4/3/2, kind of like the Amber Daisy Duck, right? Isn't that what Amber Daisy Duck does also? A 4-cost 2/3. When you play, your opponent discards a card.
Yes, that's what it does, and again, it's in set 4, so it will not make the rotation come into the Fabled. Did I tell you this, Kevin? That gives them a chance to put the same effect on different characters and change the stats up a little bit. I told you that's what they get to do now with the rotation. That now this Daisy becomes a chip. So like if you're going to have the attachment to the character, that's one thing, but if you kind of look at it like we're going to be playing with the same cards, just slight different modifications, and again with different characters means different shift lines. So this is a good thing. Remember about the Chippendale we have from Azurite Sea, which can shift on any copy of Chip or Dale. So you could see some play there. It's on curve with Prince John, so if Prince John does get to come back into rotation, you could see the turn 3 John into a turn 4 Chip, and you're getting more discard cards into the card pool again, so may or may not want Prince John around. What do you think about that, Kevin?
I mean, if Prince John gets rotated out, then I'll be happy that these cards aren't necessarily. I'll be okay with these cards being in the game. But like with a Prince John reprint, the discard strategy and draw cards post discard is just not fun to play against, in my opinion. So that's kind of where like I stand with that. I mean, I'll play against it, but like when rotation was announced, I was definitely excited to hear that meant Prince John might also be gone because I'm not a fan of Prince John. I think Prince John's okay. And I think it makes a lot of these strategies a little boring to play against. But yeah, it's a good card. I think this card is fine. And I think this card is fine. It's not my favorite though. Like I don't think it's gonna be like the most competitive card either. In the meta space, I just think like a 4 cost, sudden chill on a body of 3/2 is really high. So there's a world where this card doesn't even make the impact it needs to make. But again, post rotation, bro, everything could change. What if they give us no sudden chill? They give us Prince John, but no sudden chill, and then your curve is Prince John on 3, and then discard on 4, and you have to play
No
this.
sudden chill, no hypnotize.
Yeah.
What if we don't see Bruno comebacks? It allows them to fix some of the problems, but introduce new problems for us to solve. This is a game, right? This is a trading card game, and I felt like this is always like trying to solve a puzzle or a big problem, right? And this is going to help you. These games will help you have better problem solving skills because you're able to see things differently. And as blanket as that may sound, that's literally what I've used. Like a lot of the skills I get from card games, I've applied to in real life, and it does come up. Not all of them come up, but they do come up, and it's nice. Ginger did mention they love their Emerald Amber discard, but it's more evasive tempo over. Depends. Don't get me wrong. Muses, I think, is a big reason why like Emerald discard decks can do a lot of damage. I would say because the Muses can just return those characters back to the hand. So we do see like cards like Sudden Chill and we don't talk about Bruno leave the card pool. That's less triggers for Muses. If Muses does also come back into the rotation, I did just remember that's a set 4 card.
Shout out Zoza for the card reveal. Let's go ahead and watch it real quick. I'm curious. It's on YouTube Shorts.
Oh no, I do want to say though a lot of these content creators are being very creative with the reveals. Rebecca's was great. If you saw it yesterday, Kevin.
Whose was?
Rebecca's hers. If you haven't watched,
I did see it.
Watch it
I
on
did
your own
see
time.
it. I did see it.
Yeah, it was so good. Oh my gosh.
Hey, the chip.
I got some Happy Tree Friends vibes from that one.
I like the music on that one. That was very fun. Very fun. Shout out their card reveal.
That was some Happy Tree Friend vibes from when I heard a little.
Yeah, man. So, Amethyst, not Amber. Okay. Speaking of games, Zach Stone. Before we call it a day, that's all the cards we revealed so far. Do you want to get like a game in or two? And then maybe by the time we're done, another card will be revealed.
I do have to fix my setup here, so give me about 5 minutes. I'm just gonna turn off my camera and go mute for a second.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. In the meantime, let's play through Discord though, if that's cool. So that we don't have to run through the Pixelborn.
Yeah,
things.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Zach and I are gonna play some games now. We've gone through all the new cards that we can, for the time being. But let's go ahead and just get a game going. One second. I'm gonna look up Lorcana player though, just in case we missed any other cards. Excuse Zach Stone's camera that's gone now. Let me go ahead and take that away. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Take away the Zach chat. So we're on Lorcana Player. This is a website that keeps track of like new cards and whatnot and releases. So maybe there's some updated cards we haven't seen yet. In the meantime, while Zach gets his setup ready, I'm gonna be playing with Ruby Amethyst. Zach's probably gonna play with something anti-meta because that's the Zach Stone special. Oh, we didn't talk about this one. Zach's not here, but we didn't talk about Fantastical and Magical. Welcome to the family, Madrigal.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, Zach's still here. Okay.
I'm present. I'm more setting up my stuff. So, but
think you have a lot of thoughts you can talk about with this one, Kev. I'll let you take the floor.
No, you're good. You're good. Real quick, Za says, "What card are you most hyped up for?" I personally, I'm hyped up for the Lady and the Tramp cards. The Shift Tramp is gonna be super good. And I'm also hyped for the other. There's two Tramps that are coming out, if I'm not mistaken. And the Lady cards. Yeah, I'm super hyped up for that. I like the Trinidad deck a lot. I'm very excited for that. I know a lot of people are excited for this one. Sync Together 9. Oh, my first thought was they're bringing back Sync Together cards. We haven't had Sync Together cards since Ursula's return, right? I'm not tripping. Ursula's return was Sync Together era, so we haven't had Sync Together cards since Ursula's return, which is pretty wild. And personally, I think that that's a shame. I think that is a shame. They should have had Ursula's return. They should have had Sync Together cards in every set, or at least added more of them in the last couple sets, because yeah, it just feels like they didn't really add them in the last in the last couple sets too. And the Sync Together mechanic, I think, has been kind of slept on. Pirate's Life is really fun. Hello, Pirate's Life, anyone? Why isn't my camera working? Um, oh, because I'm using it for OBS. My bad. But yeah, it's an interesting card. Sync Together 9, by the way. So you need a kind of a hefty amount of characters, but if you have some singers on board, maybe it's a little better. There are some singer Madrigal characters. I think Mirabelle is one, if I'm not mistaken. For each character that sang the song, draw a card and gain one lore. High potential there. High potential there, because you could just draw like 20 cards, really, if you have, and realistically, right? But it's not gonna happen. My meta is playing with whatever I have from the booster boxes, but still need to check out Frankensons. Oh, bro, yeah, if you're in like SoCal area, definitely come by and check Frankensons. Definitely come by and check Frankensons. Zach Stone would love to say hello to you if you're coming by and playing at Frankensons. Which one is the camera? Yeah, Zach, I might have to try and play you through Pixelborn because this is not working for me. For whatever reason, my Discord is not picking up my camera.
So remember, right, when you have OBS on, you need to assign it to, like, right click on the little camera thing and make sure you have it on OBS. Is that gonna help you?
No, because it would just copy my stream. And I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to copy the stream. I'm trying to just make a new window. I think there's a world where I do this through the web browser.
You just need another camera.
No, I have two cameras. No, I have two cameras connected. It's not reading my second camera, is what I'm telling you. Yeah, it's not reading my other camera for some reason. It just shows
Pixelborn?
Yeah, let's try the Pixelborn strat.
Okay, I'm just going to when my Pixelborn is ready, I'll leave Discord so we won't hear me like twice.
No, of course. We'll end the call like once we get that down. But yeah, let me go ahead and get Pixelborn ready up then. Chat. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Where is my Pixelborn? This one?
Do you like Pixelborn for the fact that you can test your camera prior to like starting anything? So,
yeah. No. Yeah. I like that a lot about Pixelborn too. It's pretty goated for that.
I don't know. We won't talk about it on stream, but I saw somebody share that they're getting rid of cards, and I don't know if you saw the same post.
No, I didn't. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, weird.
No. It's Pavel. He's selling his stuff.
Oh, Lurk. Oh, interesting. That's funny.
Yeah,
random.
that's all. I mean, not to make it sound weird, but that's literally what I was trying to say. Is like Pavel was selling his stuff. You didn't, add anything to that besides I'm selling my stuff. Who wants to buy it? So
Interesting.
who knows? Take it at that. Take it for what you want.
He's quitting Lurkana, bro.
Maybe.
Just kidding. Okay, I am pretty much ready, Zach. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, no, it's not the easiest to get my setup. the way I'd like.
You're good, man. Understandable. I'm gonna run a test real quick. It is the N3.
There. Oh, no. Actually, I just realized what my solution could be. It's gonna be funny.
Why isn't my thing working?
Sorry to hear about your technical difficulties, Kevin. I understand.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. Because I'm not the most tech savvy, so I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just clicking buttons. I'm just clicking buttons until it works.
Yeah, this might be a couple minutes because I'm literally struggling to find a good angle to put my camera on, unfortunately. Okay, wait.
You're good. Well, I can't even get my cameras to work. I don't know why. It's so weird.
Not even on Pixelboard?
No, not even on Pixelborn. This is weird. Like, everything's...
You might
should be connected.
just need to unplug your Yeah, unfortunately, you might have to restart some things.
Excuse me, guys, while I try and figure out these technical difficulties.
Are you muted on stream yet, or no? Nope, I don't think so. Okay. This is the best it's gonna get. Yeah, okay. This is the best my setup is gonna get. Let's do it.
Okay. Next it's camera again. Seatman of Legends, do you think racers have potential to be a solid contender against Turnadog set 8? Just testing on Inktable that 4-cost King Candy is just so clutch for swinging back control. Great shout. Great show. Honestly, I'm gonna restart Pixelborn. Honestly, we were kind of talking about this, and we kind of mentioned that it could be playable maybe post rotation. I don't know about it in terms of like immediate meta gameplay capability. Would love to see World's Final Turnadog versus Racers. Ooh, I mean, Turnadog is gonna be a good deck for sure. It's gonna be a good deck for sure. In this coming meta. There we go. There we go. Now my camera's working. You're right, Zach. I had to just disconnect and connect it again. Turnadog's gonna be a good deck no matter what. In this current meta. I think that's not. I don't want to say guaranteed, but the deck's already more than playable. I think it's like a tier 1 deck, if not tier 1.5. So I definitely think that there's a lot of capability for it to be a better than good deck in the next in this coming set. 1 sec. There we go. I just get the feeling that it's gonna take a little bit more than that to make Racers a good enough deck. Because the Racer deck is okay, but I don't think it's anything too hard hitting right now. I get the feeling we're gonna need to like really get like some better support. The King Candy is really good, but outside of that, like the only way to draw cards is still Rapunzel in the card pool, and that's very frustrating. I think it's very frustrating.
All right, Kevin.
You ready, John?
I'm going to hold on. What did it say? Custom. It's custom, right?
Yes, custom.
Okay.
Custom John.
Just gonna put goons.
Playing Rabbit? I am playing. Hey, what's up, Flame is Best? What's up, Famous Blessed, the Blessed TCG in the house over here. We're playing Rabbit. Custom, just put goons, no capitals.
Yep, goons, no capitals. I'm going to leave the Discord call, so I'll hear you when you come back.
All right, bye. All right, now we're gonna play against Zach, guys. We're in the custom, yeah. We're gonna play against Zach. Goons, no capitals. Goons, no capitals. What is this? Close the channel. There we go. Hi, Zach. Well, yo, I'll let him know you said hi right now, DeBlessin. Zach DeBlessin says hi.
Yo, what's good? My friends are here.
My friends are here.
It's been a minute since I could hop on, but I've lost interest in Marvel's Blessing. Right now, I have.
Yeah, right now it's Lorcana season. It's Lorcana season.
It's open up the shop season, so that's my main priority. I'm pretty sure you wrote it.
It's Perdita season.
Perdita season.
Perdita season. We're playing Rubiam, guys. We're playing some games with Zach Stone. In the meantime, I have about another 30 minutes before I want to end the stream, so we can get a game or two in.
Sir, yes,
Hope you guys are still
sir.
doing good while you guys are here watching us get some games in on
Oh
the
yeah, look,
Lurkana Goons.
I got one of these too, Kevin.
On the Lurkana Goons Network. Oh, nice. You
You
got it from Phil?
guys, if you guys are in the Southern California area, please check out ieenchanted.com to find where you can play set champs this season and any other locals, because this is all crowdsourced by the man Phil the Judge. Shout outs to Phil. You can basically know where to play any day of the week, and I love kind of go. Honestly, whenever I have like some free time show up or something canceled and something, I'm like, oh, you know what? We're gonna go play Lurkana. I go here. I go check out this website here, and I find where to play in the Southern California area.
Yeah.
Really big shout outs to Phil for setting that up and just being an amazing member of a community. So awesome there.
Yep. Yep. All right,
yes,
Zach.
it is crazy right now. It is crazy right
Game's
now.
crazy right
Listen,
now,
I
yeah.
agree.
All right. Waiting for Ultron to come back before you hop back on the Rivals lesson. All right, I'll go first, Zach.
Oh, he
Can't
goes
wait till
first,
Zach
he
opens
says.
his card shop. I'm gonna move to Cali and help. That dude, it's gonna be broken.
It's our shop. It's going to be Kevin and I's shop, and another gentleman. If
yes.
to those that know Bag. If not, it's all good. You'll get acquainted with him very shortly.
All right, Zach. Good luck. Have fun. I'm going first. All right. So our opening mulligan.
All right.
We're not keeping beat prep because it's not good to keep high cost songs, let alone high cost uninkables. We want to turn 1 play for Broom, turn 2 play double Turnabog, turn 3 play Goat, and we don't got to worry about turn 4 and 5 because we want to see some later, some other cards. I kind of want to keep another inkable because of inkability, but it's fine. We'll put back these 3, keep these 4, and hope we don't draw too many more uninkables off the top. Okay, Zach. I'm gonna put back these 3. And I will draw 3. And as you guys know, since I'm going first, I have to mulligan first. So now Zach will mulligan, right? That's why you're waiting for me, Pig?
Yes, I am. And yeah, chat's not gonna know why you call me that. So
I mean, call everybody Pig, bro. Pig. Okay. So I am gonna half cut chillin'.
I'm gonna return 4 to the bottom and draw 4 new cards.
Okay. So I don't know what Zach's playing. He likes to play Emerald decks. He could be playing Amber Steel though because that's what he's been doing really good with. But either way, for the sake of both those matchups and most matchups, I'm just gonna ink the Pirate's Life first because I don't like keeping songs in hand. If it's an Emerald deck, you get hit by Ursula. If it's a yellow deck, you get hit by Bare Necessities.
Hit me with your best shot.
Hit me with your best shot. I'm gonna ink a Pirate's Life and then I will play a Broomski, and I'll pass. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? If you know, you know.
My turn. All right. I got some spice for you already. I'm gonna ink this Yzma. Scary beyond all reason.
Okay.
And I gotta move the goons.
Was
down
not
here.
expecting that.
Play Rafiki for 1.
I know what deck you're playing. Chat doesn't know, but I know what deck he's playing. I will draw for turn. He is okay. You guys don't know this, but I know this because I've been seeing Zach play. He's playing his like green-purple deck. His green-purple evasive deck.
Liar.
What? I know. I already know what you're playing because you showed me the Diego Sauce deck, bro. You showed me the sauce. You showed me the Diego sauce.
That's an ink and amber card right now, just to prove a point.
I'm dead, bro. I don't know if your deck like plays Diablitos or not, but I'll go ahead and start off by I want to set up this Pegasus, but I also want to set up the Chernobog because it contests his Rafiki. Knowing's 97. Can't wait for that shop to open down the street. Hey, heck yeah, bro. Okay.
Can't wait either, bro. I can't wait either.
Ink a Chernobog. I will quest for 1 with the Broomski, and I will pay 2 for a Peggy, and I'll draw a card for the Broom, and I'll pass. Pretty good draw. We drew the Brawl in case he is playing a Diablo deck. Let me know how the stream is looking, guys. Sometimes I get lag on like Pixelborn streams, but I think I fixed it.
Let's put a Clarabelle into the inkwell here.
Clarabelle.
For 2 ink, I'm gonna play the staff.
Okay.
And go ahead. It's your turn again, buddy.
Play staff pass.
Play staff pass.
Staff pass. Oh, we're chilling then. We're chilling. All right. Since you played a staff, I will go ahead and ink a fox because this card's buttons now, and I will pay 3 for a Sisu who is not buns, and then I will quest for 1 pass. Do we have a grand opening date yet, Javi? We don't yet. We're still figuring out like some like ups and downs that we got to get through. There's a couple like manual labor things we got to figure out. And then from there, we'll probably do like a soft opening. But we were talking about it like in July, like possibly July. So if you guys ever want to make the trek up here to like Whittier, that's where it'll be.
I'm gonna quest for 1.
Yep.
All right. And then for
Stream's
2,
great. Thank you, Blessing. Thank
I'm
you.
gonna
Thank you,
bounce
Blessing.
this and your Sisu back to hand. I'm gonna gain a lore because of staff. Yep, train's already rolling. And
This is why we play Pirate's
Inker
Life, because of the
Fiki,
decks like
I
these.
no longer want it. I want this one instead.
Firebell.
Yep.
How much ink
Go
do you
ahead.
have? You're at 3 ink?
Yes, I'm fixing it now, but yes, I'm at 3.
Okay.
Mandatory Pixelborn stuff, man. I miss the automatic days, but
Right.
it's okay.
Right. We'll go ahead and start off by...
I have 4 cards in hand, Kevin, if that helps you make a decision.
It did a little bit. I'm gonna ink crab, and I will pay 4 for a rabbi. A rabbi. I'll draw a card.
Rabbi. He says rabbi. Okay.
I will
All right.
quest for 1, and I will pass to you, sir.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
Rabbit
Okay,
shenanigans.
Okay. Yeah.
For sure. I gotta
don't
make a plan to
care.
drive.
Inca
You make every
Clarabelle,
weekend. Oh man.
I'm also at 2 lore.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate you for coming by,
Hobby.
Javi. I appreciate you and Steven
so
and
go
your, even
for
when your family
Inca
comes
that.
by, all your homies that you bring
For
by
free,
too,
I'll
man.
play the
We
Cloud
love
Kingdom.
hanging with
Kick
we
that
love
rabbit
kicking it
back
with
to
you guys
your
on
hand.
Ninja.
I'll get an additional lore because of the staff. Rabbits to your hand, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
I drew a card
but
for
that's
the
my
rabbit.
move, man. That's fine.
Okay.
Pass. Pick 3 cards in hand.
Go for turn. I have 1,000,000 cards in hand. I'll go ahead and ink a friends. I don't need that many friends. I got plenty. With this brawl on your Clarabelle, get that.
Look at that off curve play I made you make. Look at that.
It's not off curve when I can play a 1-drop and another 1-drop to follow up, sir.
That's fine. That's
I'm just
fine.
kidding. I don't have a second. I don't have a second 1-drop. I don't have a second 1-drop, but I will quest again. Putting me at 4, 5 ink, and I will pass there.
Look at that. Look at that. He just brawled a 1-drop Clarabelle. You know what that means? Rabbit could come down.
Rabbit. It's okay, bro. I'd rather that than the shift Clarabelle come down this turn, buddy.
No, hey, that's fine. That's fine.
The shift
We set
Clarabelle is
it up.
too good.
We set it up, brother. You understand the lines,
Brother.
right?
Where are the oats, brother? I can see your hand, pig.
Oh. Well, in case you didn't see anything.
No, I really didn't see anything, but like I can see stuff from your
okay.
hand. Yeah, I'm just
That's
letting you know.
good. No, thank you. I gotta keep it like this. What do I ink?
I'm
Cards
thinking
in
about
hand?
my next turn because I want to set up this Sisu shift line because I'm sure it'll be able to clear a lot of stuff.
Kevin, cards in hand?
Oh.
please?
I have 5. I don't want to ink this
Yeah,
Pirate's
okay.
Life. He's playing green, so he might be playing Ursula. So, it's so rough, but I want to keep this Pirate's Life. Ideally, I want to be able to play Sisu, shift Sisu, sing Pirate's Life that next turn. So I might skip on the Rabbit this
Rafiki.
turn. Just depends what we have.
And pass.
Ink Rafiki and Path. Draw for turn. This is good because now I can set up the Sisu line.
Blessed sees it.
What did he say?
Sees it.
Yu-Gi-Oh
No,
player
I
and
can't-
Zach can't put his hand down. He said he can't put your hand down. Yeah, dude. Okay, so I'll start off by
Fun fact: if my hand is down, I'm very confident.
hand is down. Okay, I'll start off by questing and drawing with the Chernobog. So it puts me at 5.
To bend to his will.
I wanted to see another Inkable because I wanted to play Sisu and Pegasus this turn, but it looks like I'm gonna have to ink friends on the other side. And then my draw power is gonna have to come from these rabbits, but they keep getting bounced, which is just really eh. Cards in hand, Zach?
Only 3, sir.
Only-
Only,
Only 3,
me
sir. You're at
Let
5 or
me
6
help.
ink?
I'm keeping it up on Pixelborn in case you need a reference, but 3. Or sorry, 5. I mean, not 3 more.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna have to ink the friends, play the Sisu and the Peggy. I'm gonna ink my friends on the other side. Gives
Yeah.
me 6. I'll pay 5 for Sisu and another peg, and I'll quest for 1. I'll go to 6 and I'll pass.
All right.
Maybe I could have.
Ready,
No, we only
set,
played 3 Pirate's
draw
Life and we
card.
inked 1 already. That's why I'm holding on to this one for dear life. 'Cause
How many
it's
cards in your
relevant.
hand,
Like,
buddy?
it's really relevant. 4 cards in hand. And you know, one of them is a rabbit.
I do. Well, I want to see that hand now. Let me.
No! Get punished.
Woohoo!
Punished for being greedy. And I talked about it last turn too. I really didn't want to, like, ink my second one because I only played 3.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, we should have just inked it. It didn't matter. Like,
Dang, I'm about
he's
to
only at
take
3, but like, I wanted to keep it in my hand. I wanted to keep it in my hand because it's such a good
That's
card
rough
and his deck is scary.
items.
We play one more. We have one more in the deck.
Yeah.
And he didn't ink. He didn't ink his big Clarabelle, so I'm
Ink
assuming
the
he has big
befuddle
Clarabelle. So
here.
he got rid of a
So
card in hand.
6 ink. Got a quest now too.
Gotta go fast. Greedy,
Yeah,
yeah.
what the-
I was definitely greedy, Blessing. I was definitely being greedy.
About to lose my board though, brother. I don't like that. Go ahead.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm just gonna shift for 6th, and then quest for 5.
Draw off rabbit.
So I go to 11, and I'll pass.
This is getting rough. for
Extremely
items over
greedy,
here.
Blessing, especially because I didn't draw an
Pretty-
inkable this
pretty
turn.
good.
Like, especially because I haven't been drawing inkables. So greedy, so greedy, so bad, so bad, so bad. I need to be inking every turn against his deck.
Gothel for 2, and we'll pay 5. Bounce your Sisu back.
Yep.
Gain a lore. Ink Fox.
I don't play
Go
Shark.
ahead.
Draw for turn. Ooh. I like this. I like this shtick. Let's see. Cards in hand.
Cards in hand, man. 2.
2 man.
Oh, sorry.
2 cards in
sorry,
hand,
didn't give
man.
you- Didn't give you that.
I didn't see. I swear. I
No,
swear
no,
is
no,
it.
I know. I meant to keep the dice here so you can just like look without asking. That's it.
Let's see. Do this. I do that.
Yeah, I gave him ink back, but that means he can't play that Sisu right now. He's only got 6. Also, I just lose to him questing a bunch with that, so I have to go back to his hand.
Trying to think.
Ah.
You do that, and you play. You go to that, and then this triggers, and then we're matched, so it doesn't do anything. We'll re-ready these. I'll quest for sure. I'll get to 13. It happens every time.
Those Pegasuses are killing me, brother. They're killing me.
Yeah, dude. Pegasus is good. Pegasus is pretty good. Pegasus
Pegasus
is pretty
good.
good. Maybe I just don't care about the Clarabelle coming down. I'll pay for 4 for a Japanese foil rabbit in particular. Oh, so bad. So bad. Yeah, okay, I'm glad of that. I'll ink a Flynn, and I'll pay 3 for the Sisu again, leaving me with 4 cards in hand, and I will pass there. Yeah, I added a couple different options there. I think this is just a better play to play around Clarabelle. I could have not played Rabbit and played like Flynn Sisu, but if I do that, at the end of the turn, he's going to have a
This
5-strength
awful.
Clarabelle with 4 cards in hand, and I have
Gotta
basically
do it
a 5-strength Sisu, so it won't
Card
trigger.
style under the sea. There's only 1 card in my hand right now, Kevin. That means Sisu goes to the bottom too.
Mean. I'll draw for Rabbit.
I don't
These
care.
Peggies are just chilling, though, bro.
I know. Like
These
I'm
Peggies.
telling you that will be the death of me.
The
I might as
Peggy.
well quest.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'm at 7, by the way, so I'll draw for turn. I'll ink the card that sucks because you're bouncing. I will pay 8 for my Sisu and quest for 2. And I'll pass. 4 cards in hand. Okay, maybe he doesn't have Clarabelle. What'd you have? What'd you
Yeah,
have?
you
Do you have
have
Clarabelle?
No, I did, but I mean, it wasn't even gonna help me win, to be honest with you. It was pretty much like you just having Pegasus that I couldn't answer.
Pegasus too good, bro.
Like Clarabelle would probably let me find cards, but then like my cards or my removal is like fake, right? Because it doesn't remove it; it just bounces it.
Yeah.
To be honest, your Pegasuses dodging my kits are pretty good, and on top of all that, I only have like two answers, two evasive cards at the moment that might need to change. So we'll see. This is a list I am just copying, but yeah, that definitely got me there, and I gotta play more with this deck because I want to take this deck to locals, but I solitaire against myself and I cannot beat myself with this deck, so it's might not be able to be played right now.
Okay. Well, I pretty much gotta finish up by 1:45, and I don't think we're gonna be able to finish another game by then, Zach Stone. So I am gonna have to call it a day for the stream. Sorry for making you set up and only play one game, unless you can finish like super quick.
I could try, but we just stop when we have to stop.
All right.
Opinion.
All right.
Yeah.
And then we one more. You go first this time.
Yeah.
I think it's Q. Yeah, there you go. All right. Next mulligan, chat. Next mulligan, we have Flynn Rider combo, but we're going second. But we know the deck we're playing against, so it could honestly be good. Then we have too many songs and unequables. So we make him mulligan first because he's going first. Okay, I'll put back 5. I'll keep these 2 because there's a world where we see a 1-drop into one of these 2-drops and then Sisu. And if we see the Sisu, then it'll be really good because we can get the Flynn Rider going. See, so no Sisu, so we'll more than likely ink the Flynn Rider. Because you don't have a 3-drop either, so that was kind of dependent on our curve.
You've already mulliganed, right, Kevin? I can ink my card?
Yes, I did, yes.
Okay. Ink Rafiki, go.
Ink Rafik pass? Ooh, we're in this chat. Okay, I'm going to start off by... You're playing green stuff, you're playing purple stuff. I'll ink a Elsa, and I'll play a Chernabog, and I'll pass. We're gonna go Peggy. We're gonna go Flynn Peggy. If he doesn't play anything like crazy here, because he has a lot of like Ursulas and Mother Gothels.
Ink Yzma, play staff, go.
Ooh, okay. Go for turn. Yeah, so good, so good. All right, I'll ink a Flynn, and I'll pay 2 for Flynn, and I'll quest for 1. And I'll pass. Ooh, bet you didn't expect to see Flynn Rider today, huh, Zach?
No, I didn't.
He is good kit food though. So if he has kit, yes, kit.
Ink friends, play staff, befuddle your Flynn. Game 2, go.
Befuddle the Flynn. You said wrong ink. I inked wrong. Should I have inked the Maui instead of the Elsa? Okay. Draw for turn. Ink staff. I'll just pay 2 for Flynn again. Quest for 1. Oops. And I'll pass.
Oh, God. Ooh. This is rough. I just got a Mother Knows Best Flynn.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, are you serious? Dang, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Draw for turn.
Like
You ready? I'll quest for 1. You ready for my ultimate combo? I will. Oops.
Flynn.
No. I'll pay 2 for Flynn, and I will pay 2 for Pegasus though. Now we're cooking. I'll pass.
That's a combo.
This is a combo, bro. We're cooking.
That's a combo.
Really, Blessing. Why?
You're gonna gain 3, go.
I was keeping the Maui. I don't know why actually. All right, draw. Gain 3 lore. Ooh, too good.
Yeah.
Too good. Quest. I'll draw. I will go ahead and I'll hardcast a Bee King Undisputed.
Ugh.
I'll Inka Sisu and play a Broom. And I will quest for 1. And I'll pass.
Yeah.
You saw Peg do work, Elsa would be even better. Oh, you're right. You're so right. Especially in this situation. I kept the Maui because of the Flynn, but no, yeah, you're right.
Ink friends, play staff, kit, bounce that Flynn. I gain 3, go ahead.
Gain 3 is kind of crazy, I'll admit. Gain 3 is kind of crazy. Draw for turn. Let's see. Alright, we're questing with the Broom every time. And then I will cards in hand, 2.
Yeah.
2 cards in hand. 2 cards in hand. Well, this guy's not gonna be that good then. I'll go ahead and ink a Sisu, and then I'll just pay 6 for Lady Tremaine. Pop my broom. Draw, quest, go to 10. And I'll pass there, Chief.
Oh. Let me see your hand.
Be prepared to gone.
Yep. Bounce the lady with the Ursula.
Bounce the lady? You gain 3 lore? Oh, that's so stop gaining lore, bro.
Go.
Go for turn.
Dude, it's crazy because I get to start playing bounce stuff, and you're like, do I play characters? Do I play into it? Like,
it's hard. But you know what? I think I have to play into it. I will pay 5 for Finders Keepers.
oh, I should be playing that card. Man.
Ooh.
I know that card's good.
Ooh, pretty good, pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and ink Maui, and we'll play Flynn again, and we'll quest for 1. Go ahead. Come on, let's gain 3 lore. Let's gain 3 lore. Let's gain 3 lore, guys. 3 lore, 3 lore, 3 lore.
Let me see that again.
Oh, so frustrating because I drew it off of the Finders Keepers. So frustrating.
Yeah.
So frustrating,
Cool.
bro. Oh no, I really needed that one. And a bounce again?
Yeah, bounce again. Bounce to Flynn.
Serious?
Game 3.
You serious?
That's my Flynn Rider. There's my Flynn Rider.
Yeah. Oh no, bro. No. Did you ink that?
Go. I had to.
Is that your third one? Is that your last one, Chief?
No, I inked Ursula.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 7 ink. Oh man, I really needed that. Really needed that Pirate's Life. Play Rabbit for 4. Draw a card. Play Flynn and that for 3. Quest for 1. Go to 12. 1 in hand or 2?
Just 1.
Oh, ink a Brawl. And I'll pass.
Dude, can't do anything. Lady Tremaine's so good.
Lady Tremaine is really good. Lady Tremaine is very good, Zach Stone.
I know. Yeah, I have to deny your Flynn gaining lore. Go ahead.
Oh, what is that? 3?
3. Yeah, we're even.
Draw. Okay. Quest with Broom. Play Tremaine.
yeah.
Pop the Broom. Draw a card.
Yep.
Ooh, so perfect. Seeing Pirate's Life. Gain a lore. 50. Aha! Alright, that was too good. I'll pass there. Ooh, see? Pirate's Life so good, Zach Stone. I told you Pirate's Life so good, bro. You can't see, but I'm flexing on you with the camera.
Bounce your Flynn, game 3 lore. You
kinda
still
scary.
got Flynn to win. Dang.
Oof.
Dang.
Oof, man.
No, that's crazy because, like, let's say you can't quest for game and you don't have a way to do it. If I draw a bounce card, it wasn't a bounce card. Yeah, but I like that this deck can just win for like no reason because you're just drawing bounce stuff.
It feels like I'm
not
playing
enough.
against Sleepy's Flute sometimes because it's just like I can't do anything. Like, yeah.
No, because my hand was so cluttered, full of bounce stuff, and then I literally had to I drew an uninkable when I needed it. And I was
I'm dead.
This game's over. All right, we finished it before 1:45. Thank you guys, if whoever's still watching the stream.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Get inside our Goon Squad Discord community. We are close to 1,000 members. Like I said, we will be having a main stage. It won't be right away. It's going to be some time, but we'll plan to host a main stage Q&A for those that are. It's going to be in the Discord. It's going to be a nice way to get involved and engage with you guys. And to be honest, it's a nice, awesome place to just talk about deck ideas, talk about the cards that are being revealed right now, and even go over some set champs deck lists that you guys are going to take and get some opinions on, because a lot of people are throwing out their winning set champ deck lists in our Discord server. So please get in there, get involved, get active. If you guys aren't a part of the Goon Squad's Discord server, you're missing out completely, man.
Yep, Zach Stone said it best. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for joining the stream. If you guys weren't aware, if you guys didn't know, I'm going to be on vacation next week. So Market Watch tomorrow, I'm going to film that with Zach. But after that, Zach's going to handle the content for a week. and then we'll be back on with our weekly Wednesday and Thursday live streams. So the weekends are pretty tight for me, so I won't be doing live streams then, but maybe I might add a third day when I get back from vacation. But thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys wherever you're watching from, Twitch, YouTube, etc., etc. It means a lot to me, so please hit those buttons and keep supporting the Lurkana Goons dream. And yeah, support your fellow content creator. Go to your local game store. Good luck at Set Champs this weekend for everybody playing. Thank you guys for being here, and as always, stay tuned.